you doing, Pammy? I'm here. Hey. Okay, everybody. I'm coming in. I want to do a response to Jasmine. I'm gonna Vixnay on the Wixnay on that video that I did earlier. We're gonna start from where her little live that I guess she called herself trying to answer somebody. So let's see what she has to say. We're gonna answer her because I guess she got some words for us, honey. I guess she gonna watch Jasmine. I told you to stay out of my chat. Didn't I tell you to stay from over here? Girl, you get your feelings hurt over here. Okay? You will get your feelings hurt over here, honey. You will get them feelings hurt over here. Okay? Don't come over here trying to respond to everything we said. You know what we said was the truth, okay? All right. Now let's do this response real quick. I just shared it out. Now, hopefully y'all come back. I told you I was gonna come back after we ate our breakfast. After we ate our breakfast. I mean, not breakfast, after we ate our dinner. Told you I was gonna come back. I'm back. We gotta do the dinner. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go to my Jazzy life. We're gonna respond to you, child. Since you got words, okay. She's live. Okay. She's live. Okay. And then she got this little lime green outfit on. Girl, you and lime green is not your friend. Lime green and you are not, they are not friends. I probably should have waited so I could watch your whole entire video. That's what I should have done. Okay. That's what I should have done.
Thank you for watching on both platforms.
That's what I should have done. I should have just waited till you went live. Okay, well, I tell you what. I tell y'all what. Okay. Right. She was so mad her nose was close. Oh, she was, girl. Was she going? Did she say something about Dr. A? Was she trying to talk about me? Was she trying to talk about me? She's trying to talk about me. Well, I mean, she can't get mad. I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, you know what I'm saying. She can't get mad at what I say over here about her. I'm on my platform. I'm not on her platform. I mean, it's not my fault. She don't feed. Them children don't eat. They don't look. They don't look nourished. Okay. They look malnourished. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And what you feeding them is just not right. I mean, you can feed them what you want to. Them your children, as you like to remind us. As you like to remind us. What is Jasmine talking about? She brought it up right to the stuff up on the live this morning. Okay. So not the live that she's doing now. Okay. So can y'all one of y'all minds, can y'all go and find the live that she did this morning? And what I'll do is I'll react to that, okay? Because I'm sorry, but um, I got words. I got words. I know how to use my words. I don't have to threaten Jasmine life how she did Olivia. See, Jasmine, but see, I don't have to threaten your life like how you did Olivia and how you was threatening to hurt her and harm her. And you go through that. Now you said that about me. Now I'm not gonna play with you. I will go all the way down to Texas, and I'm suing you. Okay? You said it about me. You going to jail. I'm telling you, I'm not Olivia. I'm not Olivia. You going to jail, you mess with me. I'm just saying. You can't be mad at nobody because you done messed around. You try to play games. And you sat up here and acting all funny as if like somebody tripping because they say you don't feed your children. You really don't. And for you to get those food stamps, hey, people get food stamps. I'm not tripping off of that. I think there is some people that really do need the food stamps out there. So what I'm not gonna do is I'm not insensitive to different minority groups or even the so-called the majority groups that may need food stamps for whatever reason. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't hang up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let's take this back. computer at? I don't even know what to do. Oh, here it is. Y'all done ran. I apologize. Y'all had to ran all the way outside, girl, to get my husband to make sure to make sure he take these herbs back, y'all. But I had to run, child, because he was about to pull off. And I probably could have called him on the phone, but you know, I don't know. That probably would have been the best thing. But nevertheless, I probably needed that little jog, y'all. uh, how y'all doing? Okay. All right. So we're gonna respond to Jasmine's. Since Jasmine want to get up here and respond, come on, Jasmine, say my name, though, girl. Say my name because you always over here in the Crystal Palace trying to listen to see what I'm talking about. Okay, wow, she think this is a joke, right? She is dizzy, cross-eyed bear, right? With a land of misfits, girl. Let's talk about it, Jasmine. Wait a minute, Jasmine, girl. I gotta drink my sea my shot. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Could you be? Girl, Jasmine had a response for me, girl. Let me see. Hold on. Let me pull up Jasmine real quick. Because I was going to go to her live that she's doing now. But she hotter than fish grease, girl. Let's clear things up because what the hell? Girl, you think... I hate when people listen to what people are saying now. I hate when people don't have their own words usage. Why are you saying stuff that they saying? Because they got that one song, What the Hell, that's on TikTok. See, Jasmine, you need to stay up off TikTok too, because you ain't learning nothing on TikTok. You just doing, because if you watch TikTok, TikTok can tell you how to cook a meal, because you sure can't cook. You can't cook. You can't cook. You can't cook. And my little channel over here, I got a little small channel. So I ruffled your feathers that much, girl. Jasmine was on live repeating everything. Girl, is it live? She's on live now. I can't pull it up though. I can't do her live. Now I could probably watch her prior live. Hold on. We're gonna probably have to listen. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me do her let me respond to her old stuff. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold on, give me a second. I'm not gonna pull up her live that y'all can hear it, but I'm gonna respond. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm not gonna show it on here. I'm just gonna do some response here. Okay. Hold on, y'all. With her little funny looking self. Okay, girl. Then she got this. First of all, let's address this lime green outfit on that she has on. Who's hating though? Girl, first of all, Jasmine, ain't nobody girl, Jasmine, no, y'all. Jasmine, you are ugly. I'm just gonna say it. You are ugly and you stupid. You are a horrible mom who can't keep relationships. Not just a relationship with a man, but you can't even keep friendship with females. You can't keep family ships. Your mama don't even want to be bothered with you. And they say a lot. Your mammy don't want to be bothered with you. Okay? Okay, let's address that. You don't know how to dress. You out of shape. You built funny. Even if you lost more weight, you can lose all the weight you want to. You still funny shape. You don't have no booty. Your breasts are saggy. Okay, let's talk about it. Don't none of y'all ever in your life say that somebody is jealous of ugly Jasmine. Okay, I'm not putting it up. I'm just listening to it. Y'all not gonna hear it. So let's go there. So nobody's jealous of her. Okay, nobody's jealous of her. Period. Point blank. I'm not sharing it out. Don't worry. I'm not sharing it out. Don't even trip. I'm not sharing it out. I'm looking at it though. Hold on. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so number one, Number one, your mama probably locked your refrigerator up too. Liz Cruz is going off on Jasmine, and then somebody named Jayden says CPS is knocking. It says Animal Patrol and CPS. Girl, Jasmine, now I didn't go through the liberty of calling CPS on you. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Now it is somebody in here that said earlier that they call the food stamp people. Okay, I didn't do that. I'm just gonna tell you in the game. That's something I ain't do. Because obviously you are broke. You know what I'm saying? You are broke. You living beyond your means is what it is. You are living behind your means, to be honest with you, Jasmine. You really are. You know that you only get a certain amount in you know you only get a certain amount of food stamps. You know you only get a certain amount of monies on YouTube. You're not pulling in the type of money that you was pulling in before on YouTube. Let's recognize that first of all. Okay, so you should have got somewhere where it's affordable. This ain't really affordable because you can't even buy your children no clothes. They don't have no clothes. Legendary walking around barefooted. His feet is dirty. His hair is not combed. You don't even have sense enough to get the boy a haircut. And Amaya's hair that sat up there and ain't been combed in about 5 months and you 6 months and you just not combing her hair. It's ridiculous to let your daughter go around looking like that. Now it's one thing if your daughter's hair, like if it's in a ponytail and it might be out of whack a little bit. Now you got to do is brush it up a little bit. Those are normal issues. Like Keisha K. Orley, Keisha K. Orley, whatever her name is. Well, her daughter, her twins, now they her might be like, you know what I mean? Like the rubber band might be coming off, and all she does is come behind them and put the rubber band back on and brush it up. But let me tell you something. At least they her look halfway decent. At least she keeps that little girl's hair combed. At least when she goes and takes them to school, they don't look crazy. And I know, Jasmine, that people, you thinking about YouTube calling people on you? No, that was that school calling on you, Jasmine, because of the way you kept those children, the way you sent those children to school, it's a crying dang on shame. Okay, and I say it to your face, but I don't want no beef. I don't have no real beef with you for real. I'm not trying to. I don't threaten your life, and I'm not threatening your children's livelihood. That's not something I would do. Okay, I don't play them kind of games, but I'm up here to talk about you. Now I talk about you, but I'm not gonna go out my way to dig nothing up on you. Now, if somebody want to come up here on my platform and say something about you, Jasmine, and dig up something and bring up something that happened to you, like my girl Flo did, and like I'm hungry did. I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna stop them from doing that. If they want to do that, that is fine with me. Okay, I'm just not gonna do it because it ain't worth me doing that. Okay, and she didn't read everything, but what she was trying to do is show a correlation of how you have a generation that you all got something going on in your bloodline. Okay, let's talk about that. You got something going on in your bloodline that y'all don't want to address. It should start with you. After your mama made a mistake, okay, we all make mistakes as parents, okay, Jasmine. But after your mama made a mistake, why would you continue on with not feeding your children proper nutrition? Even if you ate crazy, you should at least give your children some vegetables. All you do is give them processed junk food. And I don't care what y'all say. Can't nobody tell me nothing about no daggone food now. Them children ain't eating right, and you can't tell me otherwise. Period and point blank. Now, when I take my son to the doctor, his blood is doing blood work is great. You know why? Because we feed him correctly over here. Now, only thing the doctor say, well, he asked me what kind of do I give him vegetables. It's not. I mean, do I give him vitamins? It's not because his blood work. This was before the blood work was even done. That's what he came in here and said because he knows that we're vegetarians, and a lot of people believe because we're vegetarians, we're not getting all the supplements. And we do. Okay? We get protein. We do supplements. I have all kind of things I'm a herbalist, first of all. Okay? And his blood work came back. He didn't have no issues. He didn't have any blood issues. He didn't have any issues where they was like, well, you need to come back and give him a test. If anything, the doctor called me back, and the doctor told me, he said that a lot of times when them children come in there, they be looking crazy. My son is clean. He don't have dirt on the bottom of his feet. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Why you want to sit over there and see, you can have people to try to come over here and fight your battles, because that's the type of wimp you are. That's the type of PUSSY type of person you are. You'll try to have your people come over here and try to Google and do all this other stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that, Jasmine. I'm reacting on what you put out, and this is the information that was put out and served on my platform, and I'm responding to it. Okay? The bottom line is, wash your butt. You don't take baths. You can look at you and tell you're not clean. You're not a clean person. Is your house better than the way it used to be? Sure. Your house is better, but look at all those clothes you have. See, I wash my clothes every day because I don't want my household to look like yours. Because I don't want clothes and dirty clothes all over the place. Like how you have your clothes all over the place. And see, time my stuff come out of the washing machine, I fold it up. And guess what else, Jasmine? I separate my clothes because I know that, reds go with reds. The reds and the burgundies can go together. And the wine color clothes can go with the reds. Well, sometimes you put them in light color. It depends on what color wine, but you can put them in the light colored clothes. Okay? I bet you don't even know what light colors are, you big dummy. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with getting your children involved in sports, but Caitlin, or whatever that beautiful young lady name is, she don't want to play sports. Look at her energy. She don't want to play sports. Okay? She don't want to play sports. She don't want to. And you can look at her and tell. So find something she want to do. She don't want to follow in your footsteps. She done already said that, and you took that as disrespectful. Your feelings was hurt because your daughter don't want to be like you. My feelings ain't hurt because my daughter don't want to be like me. My daughter gonna have a lot of my traits because that's my daughter, right? But I don't want my children to be like me. I want them to have their own life and lead their own way. But I don't mind. I don't mind them having certain parts of my value system, like eating vegetables and eating fruit. I would like, not necessarily them be vegetarians. All my children ain't gonna be vegetarians, but I would like them to have that system of at least putting not eating pork, and at least putting vegetables and fruit into their dietary. And I would like for my children to have jobs, stable jobs, to have stable, if they have a business. I don't want my children to be like me. And I'm not a bad person. But I still don't want I want my children to live their own life. That's what they were put on this earth to do. And my face don't look like yours too either. My skin is not like yours. Because you don't take care of yourself, because you don't care. All you want to do is sit up here and work out. And fake work out. I work out for real. You work out fake. That ain't no real workout. You just taking the dietary stuff to lose weight. You ain't losing no real weight without that stuff. Okay? And I'm not knocking people that take those shots. I'm not being mean to y'all because I get it. If your doctor put you on that, then he put you on that. Just be careful of the after effects, or just resolve the after effects. That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you, I'm not using it to lose no damn weight. I'm going to lose weight the right way. Hello? And some people are on them shots because they diabetics. Or you a diabetic. You weren't even going to a doctor. You was going to one of those clinics. One of them drive-by clinics that you was going in and getting shots and getting pregnancy tests and sitting up there peeing on camera. I don't pee on camera, Jasmine. You know what I do? I tell people to hold on. And I go to the bathroom. I don't even take the phone in there with me. Only time I take the phone in there if I'm doing like a clean with me and not doing a clean with me, or if I'm washing my hands. And I do wash my hands on a regular, Jazzy. Sometimes I could be sitting up here talking, and if my hands feel a little sticky, I'll go in there and wash my hands, Jasmine, because I don't like sticky hands. Okay? But I don't take y'all in there with me to use the bathroom. You have never seen my urine. Okay? That is so uncouth and embarrassing. You ought to be embarrassed. You're an uncouth heifer. That's what you are. And you ain't got sense enough to respect yourself and respect your body and your temple that you get up here all the time embarrassing yourself and embarrassing your children. Let's talk about that. So you ain't got nothing in the world that I'm jealous of. I have a doctorate. Okay, and that's in my field. Okay, but that's through a monetary school, so it's a little bit differently. It's not like a PhD. Like if I was a medical doctor, no, it's different. It is, and I ain't gonna front. But nevertheless, I still wrote a dissertation. I still took the classes I was supposed to take to get it. Hello, okay, and not only that, but I have associate's degrees and I have a whole bunch of associate's degrees. That's a whole nother conversation. And I have a master's degree and I have a bachelor's degree. Hello? In my field. And I have a bachelor's degree in the other field. Okay? So I don't have to sit up here and think, and I might can't see. And everybody damn near know I can't see. It ain't that I can't read. It's I can't see. Because I was born with a glaucoma. So if it's real small handwriting, which is on the computer, I can't really see it as well. And that's a fact. And everybody knows that because I've told y'all that. So we're not going to play these games. Okay? So that doesn't make me a dumb or unintelligent because I'm very intelligent. Okay? It doesn't take too much to outsmart you because you're stupid. You had Olivia outsmarted your dumb self. Tell her Dr. A Mama Duke's embarrassed. Shoot. And then y'all set up here, and I'm not even mad at your mama because your mama just made a mistake. Your mama made a lot of errors with y'all, and that stuff happens. But she tried to make up for it. Let me say this, but she tried to make up with it through your children. But what did you do? You sat on her and you cussed out your mama. I still don't agree with you doing that. Okay? So I'm not really mad at your mama because your mama obviously made a judgment and error. But you can't keep repeating. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. You're the problem. Your mama done already raised y'all little slow butts. Hello? And I said that, I think I said that last night. If I didn't, I'm saying it now. I don't remember if I did or not. Shit, it was early in the damn morning. Okay. Now let's kick the ballistics. Hold on, I gotta put my computer back on here. Hey, Dr. A. Right, you got glaucoma. I got a cataract. It's not glaucoma, it's cataract. I keep saying glaucoma is not a glaucoma, it's a cataract. I keep saying damn glaucoma. I apologize. It's a cataract. God damn it, I can't remember. I just found out I had it about 2 years ago. I've been born with it. I just found out when I went to the eye doctor. And then they said there's nothing they can really do. Doctor A, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody to these horrors. Yeah, I'm just making a point about Jasmine. So somebody talking about somebody jealous of Jasmine. How you doing, Latoya? How you doing, Passion? I'm just making a point of her talking about somebody jealous of her. Jasmine, you don't have nothing. You don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You don't have nothing. What? Cause you got your car is newer than mine. So what, girl? My car is bought and paid for. Yours is not. You still paying a note on it. Hello? Hello? Okay, I own my cars. Okay, I have 2 cars. Hello? Now they might be old, but they work. And guess what? When something happened to them, I got my husband know how to fix it. Hello? Let's talk about it, Jasmine. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how I have my own business. Let's talk about that I got a cute body. And I'm 52 years old, Jasmine, and I'm better. I look better than you, and my body look better than yours. I'm better shaped. How about that? How about I don't have bumps? How about nasty stuff ain't coming out my body? Pores ain't coming out. Pores aren't open on my face, and I look like a tic-tac-toe machine. How about that, Jasmine? Since you want to sit up here and talk about somebody, let's talk about it. And I have all my children. I raised my children. And guess who helped me raise my children? My parents and their fathers. Hello? Hello? My children aren't a burden to me. I've never told my children that they're a burden to me. Hello? And I don't show favoritism toward my children. Now, I think that I was harder on my daughter because she was a girl and she was a Pisces and she was and she was sensitive and I didn't want this world to chew her up. That's the truth. And she'll tell you that. And she just said, Mama, you was hard on me, but she understands why. But guess what, Jasmine? I apologize to my children. Let's talk about it, Jasmine. Did your mama apologize to mistreating you and Byron or whatever that little boy name is? Your brother? Did your mama ever apologize to y'all? Because I certainly apologize to my children. Okay? Because I was trying to be because I was in the movement. Okay? And I always worked a whole bunch of jobs, and I always had a school. I was always going to school to get an education so I could be better for them. Okay? Let's talk about that, Jasmine. Did your mama ever apologize to you? Did you ever apologize to your children for mistreating your children, for locking your children in the bed in their rooms? Did you ever try to make up for that? Huh, Jasmine? Did you ever apologize to your children for putting that man first? Did you ever do that? Did you ever do that, Jasmine? Now let's talk about it. When my children lived with my parents, when I first moved down here, because they was in the late part of high school, because they was a junior high school and the other one was a senior high school, and they was like, Mama, we don't want to come with you, and I had a better opportunity to better myself and better my family. Let's talk about it, Jasmine. Let's talk about it. And let me tell you something, and I sent them money every week. Sure did. Sure did. Sure did. And my children got cash on the money. My mother got money, and my children got money. Hello, Jasmine? Hello? And if my children say, hey, Mama, I need some extra money. I want to go to prom. I'm like, I got you. Mama, I got a special game. My son plays sports too, Jasmine. He played football. He's like, Mama, I want to play. Mama, I got a special football game. Do you think you can come into town? Yes, sir, I'm there. Okay. 4 hours away, Jasmine. Hello? And I'm a damn good mom. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about my children never wanted for nothing. If I couldn't do it, my family would help me. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, Jasmine? Do you understand that? Do you understand I got a cold support system to this day? Do you know how many families I got, Jasmine? Do you understand that I'm adopted just like your mama Cheryl? I'm adopted too. Okay? And I don't have daddy issues. I don't have men issues. I don't have women issues. I was raised with both parents. Okay? Jasmine? Okay? For me to be an adopted girl, I sure got more love than you got. Hello? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Jasmine. So you want to say somebody jealous of you? Hell no. Let me tell you something. I've never been with a man that had a child on me. Do you understand that? And this is my second marriage. Now, my first husband was a lot of things, baby, but he was not no damn fella. He never put his hands on me. We didn't have that kind of relationship. Now, he was something else now, child. Don't play it. Don't play it, but he's still a good person. He's still a good person. He didn't go to jail for beating on no woman. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't go to jail because he was trying to pimp, because he was trying to be outside his system. I don't go after guys like that. Not in real life, I don't. Maybe when I was in a movement, I was trying to be with them thugs. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't settled down with them. Them type of men, you hit them, you get a little bit of them, you let them lick your box, and you send them on home. That's what you do. You don't marry them, and you don't make children with men like that. Because your children going to be just like that little raggedy man. Hello? You don't date pimps. You don't have children with pimps. Jasmine, I'm a player. I know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm a retired player. And don't ask me what a player is, because I have to break that down to y'all. We all got a pass. Dr. A got a pass. I was a MFer. You know what I mean? I was something else. If I sat on here and told y'all who I was, who I used to be, y'all would be like, oh, Lord. But don't come after me, because if you come after me, it's gonna be dolls and graveyard dirt. Don't play with me. And I don't mean physically, okay? I mean, I'm gonna do a spell on you. That's what the hell I said. Now don't play with me. You don't never want to make a healer man. I'm just playing, y'all. Or am I? I just playing. I ain't gonna do that. I just playing. No, it ain't that serious. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just making a point. Ain't nobody jealous of you. Not our odor of my soul is jealous of you. Ain't no iota, no part of my fiber, my being. You have nothing I want. Not even YouTube, because you had to sell your soul to do the YouTube that you doing. The YouTube that you doing, my channel is gradually growing. Gradually, and I'm okay with that. I'm not selling my soul to come up here and make a complete jerk ass out of myself. And I have fun and stuff now. And I do be foolish and I have fun. I do foolish fun and stuff. But I'm not selling my children. I'm not selling my son. I'm not selling none of my sons and my daughter out to be on this YouTube platform. I would not embarrass myself. Ever. Not like that. Yeah, I have embarrassed myself. I take it back. But I'm not completely humidified or where my father can't hold his head up high for me. I've never lived that kind of life. Ever. I've embarrassed myself like in life. I done did some shady stuff. You heard me? But that ain't the point. We ain't talking about that. We talking about right now, Jasmine. We talking about the stuff that you doing right now with your family. Let me. I ain't gonna even talk about your past, girl, because everybody got a past. But let's talk about what's happening now, Jasmine. Let's talk about how you come up here and make a complete idiot out of yourself on a consistent basis. Let's talk about how Olivia got you to threaten her. And you kept doing it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Let's talk about how foolish you looked. Do you realize how stupid you looked on there when that girl took you to court and you got pulled over and you had to waste time and sit your tail up in jail for nothing? Do you know how stupid you looked? Do you know how stupid you look? And do you know how you came back here and said, even if y'all don't like me, you'll pick me. Even if y'all don't like me, if you don't like me, can y'all, but y'all know y'all like Olivia first. If y'all could just come up here and get the little information up here. See, if Olivia wasn't such a racist, and I said it, Olivia, you are racist. If you wasn't such a racist or such an evil beast toward black women, maybe I would have a little empathy for you. But it's hard. Can't have an empathy for somebody like that support Ku Klux Klan's ideology. I said, yes, I did. Because I'm a black Indian. And you ain't going to talk like that around me. And you ain't going to be trying to downgrade black women. I don't care how messed up some of us are. Okay? You shut up. Anyway, back to you, Jasmine. Sorry, I had a chicken hole. Anywho, I'm washing dishes, y'all. Jasmine, you don't even have the moral. What kind of morals are you raising your children with? You playing rap music. You're not even. It's one thing if you was playing rap music without the cursing. Listen to the stuff that you listen to, and you have your daughter singing this stuff, and you let your daughter sit up all night on her phone at 10 and 12 and 11 and 9. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Let's talk about those morals. A child will have to sneak and do that stuff. I'm not going to approve of that. A child staying up all night playing on the phone and listen, ain't no child going to stay up all night and I'm asleep. Are you crazy? Are you crazy, Jasmine? Let's talk about your morals. Let's talk about your energy. Let's talk about the energy of that dead house of yours over there. That house is dead. Hello? Your house is dead over there. It has no love. It has no filter. It has no energy. You have negative, nasty, stinking ass energy. You have a nasty energy. You have a nasty disposition. You always depressed. Don't a man want to be around that? No girl, no friends want to be around that. Who wants to be around a lonely, desperate, disgusting twit like you? I gotta walk off from that now. Now I'm back. You understand with me? You understand me? I see you understand with me. I'm trying to say, do you feel me and understand at the same time? Did you understand? Okay. Y'all didn't get it. All right, whatever. And every time we go, every time somebody want to do something, you negative. Or every time somebody try to tell you something that you could do. Just like my good sister here said, hey, she daughter wanted to take art classes and she went to the art museum. She gave me a great suggestion. Because I don't know everything all the time, y'all. Although I have strong intuition, it's still certain things that the creator, the ancestors blessed me with y'all coming in here and also giving me some suggestions, right? Because I hadn't raised no children in a long time, right, y'all? And I'm kind of getting back into this. Well, I've been back into this since my son was 4. You get what I'm saying? So in certain things, when my children would get into a certain art, somebody else would be telling me about it. Okay? And that's just it. Every time you tell Jasmine, go to a therapist. Jasmine, go to a therapist. Oh, I'm taking my mental meds. You ain't taking no mental meds because if you was talking to, well, you got the wrong doctor because somebody need to talk to you too. And you need to listen sometimes. You ain't gotta listen to me. I don't want you to listen to me, okay? But you need to listen to a doctor. You need to listen to somebody. You need to go to a therapist and seek some damn help. Because I've had therapy, Jasmine, by the way. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Jasmine. I've had therapy before. Okay? I've had therapy. Because I was sick at certain points in my life, Jasmine. And I knew that I was not going to keep living like this. And I had to atone with my children. Not that I was evil or mean to my children. Okay? Not that I abused my children. Right? But because I was trying to do the movement. Okay? Just like you put them in first. I made sure my children were secured and whatever I had going on. Whether I had to deal with the boys in blue or the 3-letter words, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't say it in the chat, please. But I done been through some things, Jasmine. And that's the reason why I've lived to talk about it. I'm a living testimony. Hello? I'm a living testimony when somebody has turned their life around to be a better person. I'm a living testimony. Damn, who the hell is this calling me? No, I'm live. I'm not talking to nobody. Shoot. Anyway, hold on, y'all. I gotta put my stuff in here. This cuts me off. I hate when people do that. Like, I don't feel like talking to nobody that don't have no money there. I don't know who that was that called me. But anyway, like I was saying, Dr. I love your honesty, so refreshing and pure. Hey everyone. How you doing, Pamela? Okay, and so the fact is, I done been through some things, Jasmine. And I don't have to tell you what I done been through because I don't know about my damn business. Right? But the point is, I done lived the life. If I die right now, I would be happy. But I don't want to die right now. Don't get it twisted. Because I done lived a full life. I done been around the world, Jasmine. I done been to a different country before, Jasmine. I've left my home state to go and live somewhere else. You have never even left the state of Texas. Okay? So can't no helper that have not left the state of Texas, that haven't gone on family trips with their children, and I'm talking about you, can tell me anything. Okay? Okay, Jasmine? Okay. So you haven't even left the state of Texas. You have yet to live your life. You've boggled down with all them children that you don't damn want. Let's be honest about that. You don't want them. And all these women in the world that want children, and you messing up the ones that the children are our futures, Jasmine. You heard that song? I believe the children are our futures. Teach them well, and you won't teach them well. That ain't you. All you want to do is do that ghetto stuff and embarrass yourself and be a ghetto hoochie bomb. That's all you want to do is sit around and do nothing with your life and expand. And for you to have a degree, use it. Use it. Why are you door dashing if you got a degree? If you got a bachelor's degree, why are you door dashing? You should be in somebody's school teaching. You should be at a gym teaching people how to lose dang on weight. That's what you should be doing. Instead of sitting your tired tail up here embarrassing yourself and showing all of your life or your family and looking stupid. That's what you're doing. You look stupid. Stupid. Stupid is and stupid does, you dummy. You big dummy. And then you can't even halfway talk. And I know I'm country, Jasmine. I'm more country than you. Let's be honest. Dr. A is country. I'm country. Do you understand? I admit it. I am country grammar. I'm from St. Louis. I talk country. I do. I talk way countryer than Jasmine, and Jasmine stay in Texas. Hello? But doggone it, I understand. At least I understand stuff for crying out loud. At least I understand stuff. And I might be dyslexic. I don't know that. I've never been tested. But I dang on know I got a cataract. And I know dang on well I love to read. And I don't have to fake it in the camera to act like I'm a decent mother in front of everybody. Okay? Okay, Jasmine? And I don't have to try to be something I'm not. I don't have to lie about a man whether or not he like me or not. You win some, you lose some. That's the way the game goes, Jasmine. You win some, you lose some. Some friends I keep, some friends I get away from because I have outgrown them. Or we're on two different pages. I'm on a different type of page. I'm a married woman, Jasmine. And when you become a married woman, you can't hang out with every dang on body. I don't hang out in them streets, Jasmine. Number one, I don't have time. I'm at my business or I'm at home. Or I'm doing something with my grandchildren, or I'm doing something with my family, my children, my older children, and my youngest child. I have a great relationship with all my children. They get on my nerves just like, typical stuff. Right? How you doing, Mysterious? But what I ain't gonna do, I'm not gonna be mean to my children. It's a difference in you checking your children. It's a difference in loving your children or being hard on them because you don't want them to be like you. I didn't want my children to be like me. I just didn't. At all. At all. And my daughter would tell you, she was just up in here earlier. She'll tell you that I wanted her to be better than me. And when my daughter messed up at different points in her life, because she's not perfect either, none of us are perfect, right? She would always think back to me, and I'll go spells where I would talk to her because I wasn't having it. Because I know that's not what she is. I know she's better than that, right? Okay? And she a Pisces, so y'all know how Pisces are. We ain't gonna play these games, okay? And I'm just telling y'all that I'll go through spells. If she was doing something that I didn't like, or she was with a particular guy that I didn't like, she knew it. I would tell her and I'll tell him. Until she got rid of him, I'm back. You understand what I'm saying? But I ain't had that experience in a very long time with her. A very long time. But that's how it is sometimes with daughters and mothers and daughters. Sometimes we go through things. And that's a part of life. And sometimes we have to check our daughters because sometimes they do stupid stuff. We have to let them know, just like I was stupid at different points in my life. And my mother had to get on my little head. You understand what I'm saying, Jasmine? I had that kind of mother, Jasmine. My mother would hug me. Even when I didn't want to hug my mama would make me hug her. Do you understand what I'm saying, Jasmine? I never went without food. My children never went without food because guess what? Either I was going to take it home when I was in school or when I was working. And if my children didn't like what I cooked, Jasmine, because I am a vegetarian. By the way, I've been a vegetarian for quite some. Even when my children were little, I was vegetarian, Jasmine. You understand what I'm saying? So my mama would go and pick my children up when she got out of school and brought them to her house, or she'll come over to my house and sit with them. That's the kind of mother I had, Jasmine, because my mother knew I was doing something with myself. I wasn't sitting on YouTube and embarrassing myself. My parents definitely supported me through all the stupid shenanigans that I went through in life. And trust me when I tell you, I went through a lot of stuff that was dumb, that could have been prevented because I was a dumb, hard-headed joker, because I wasn't listening to reason. I'm just going to tell you the truth. But what I'm not dumb on is loving my children and mistreating them and letting them eat their own feces. My children never ate their own feces, Jasmine, by the way. My children was never locked in their rooms, ever. Not even when they was on punishment. Let's talk about it, Jasmine. I tell them to go to their room, but I never locked their doors. I said, go to your room. I didn't play that. I was a no sense. I was hard on my children because I loved them, because I didn't want them to be in the streets, because I didn't want them to be future drive-by bangers. I didn't want them to be like that because I know statistics are against them. And I knew how the government was. My children weren't even allowed to watch The Simpsons or South Park, Jasmine. You're a Sagittarius, your oldest daughter is a Pisces. Yin and yang. Right, right. She tells me today, thanks, Mom, but right, right. The streets are hard, exactly. I'm glad I didn't sugarcoat anything. Exactly. Don't make no sense. The way that you come up here looking crazy. You go up to your children's school half scantily dressed with some Daisy Dukes on, showing them little flat chi-chis and flat ass and then flat breastises and them no filler breastises, them flapjacks look like you in your 90s. Your breasts look like you in your 90s. Don't you dare get up here and say somebody jealous of you. You ain't got nothing I want. You ugly. I said it. You ugly. You ugly on the inside and on the outside. You are mean. You are evil, and you shouldn't be tolerated. Hello? That's why Chris left you, because Chris didn't want to keep sitting up there being around with you. Now, Chris might not be the angel or a nice person, but Jasmine, you didn't help. You didn't help. He knew you had low self-esteem, you big dumb. Now, what I'm going to tell you to do is stay from over here. Don't come over here on my platform and listen to anything I have to say because you can't handle the truth. I feel like I'm in that movie. But you cannot handle the truth. You cannot. And you think you're doing, all you doing is making more people come over here and want to be around me because they know who said the stuff. I said it. You have nothing. Nothing. Nada. I don't want your children. I got my own children. And that's not to say your children are not beautiful, because they are beautiful. Even little Legendary is a cutie. Okay? The point is you don't care about it. You don't see in them what we see in them. Because if you saw in them what we see in these children, you would do right by them. Yeah, she was a dummy. Never went to a proper date. Never went on a proper date. Exactly. Last of all, she said y'all want to take my kids and laugh today. Girl, nobody want them goddamn kids. I mean, I'm sorry, you gonna make me mad. You gonna make me mad, Pammy. Girl, nobody want them dang on kids. I don't want them because they already been influenced by you. And being influenced by you is not no joke. I will have to retrain them and get them out of that mind state because they'll be eating vegetables over here, baby. I'm all the way in Kentucky, so I don't want your children to come all the way in Kentucky. My son wouldn't want your children here. He wouldn't want them because he knows he's not getting ready to be sharing his toys with your children because he know they're not used to nothing, to be honest. Just like you ain't used to nothing. You're not used to a man loving on you. You're not used to having real friends that care about you. You used to use them. You know why that is? It's not because these people are all wrong. I don't think these people are all wrong that has been in your life. I think it's you. You attract. It's the energy that you put out, and you're very nasty. You're a user. You are opportunistic. You always taking people's stuff, and you don't never try to repair or repeat or try to give them something back. You are a taker. You're not a giver and whatsoever. You only give because you're getting something out of it. Even with Chris had to give you a baby. Let's be clear about that. Hello? Now she claims that she has dudes that has to hide. Girl, shut up. Her self-esteem is so low that she thought having unwanted children would make her a man stay with her. Exactly. Leech. She is definitely a leech. You leech and a blood sucker and you bum off people. Can you show us what she said? Because I'm confused. Girl, I can't because she's still live. Is she still live, y'all? Is she still live? Let me see if she's still live. Yeah, she's still live. I can't show it. I can't show it. I can't show a passion because she's still live. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now she just everything that we said on the platform, she responded to. Okay, everything that she said on the platform, she responded to. And don't nobody want them damn children because they use product. They're not. I'm sorry, use product. That's I shouldn't say that. That's not. Well, I did say it, but I should have said it differently. No, they are basically used with her influence, and I don't want no little children coming over here popping off with me because they're gonna be right there back with you. Just being honest. Ain't nobody dealing with that stuff. Ain't nobody dealing with a child that don't know how to mind. Legendary don't know how to mind nothing. And Kaylin's you've done a lot of grooming with her, and I can't deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with that. I don't want to deal with no children that's groomed in that capacity. Okay. Um, and if Chris was there, right, she would have had another child exactly. If all of her pregnancy stayed, she would have been up to 8 to 9 by now. Okay, how you doing, Drea? Drea? She has the nerve to say why some people have slow kids because they overfed. Bitch, listen, no, yo, girl, I don't want to talk about her children. I'm trying not to. Jasmine, you need to go get those children checked out to find out what's wrong with them. That's what you need to do. Don't worry about everybody else overfeeding no children. No, people, you supposed to not feeding your children also will make them slow, Jasmine. Will also make them have mental issues if you don't, if you underfeed them. And obviously, look at you. You were underfed, which is why you and Keyshawn was underfed, which is why you two motherfuckers is slow yourselves. Let's talk about that. Okay? No man wanted a nasty, whiny, weak, uninterested beast, right? Who plays boss? Exactly. Boss of nothing. She's not even boss of her own life. She got to come to YouTube to ask you, not y'all per se. I'm talking about them other people. She got to come to YouTube and ask some other lousy people in her chat how she should be doing this and that. The nerve of you. Okay, let's have that conversation. But you don't want to talk to me about that. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you have came on here on several occasions and embarrassed yourself and embarrassed your family. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your PPs. Let's talk about every time you piss. Every time you piss, it scares me. You take a piece of dignity from you. Okay? Every time you pee on camera, you lose dignity. You lose the little dignity that you have, that you don't have, that we trying to find for you. You embarrass yourself every time you peed on here, every time you got on here and showed Chris and humiliated Chris's bald head. And listen, I'm not mad at a man. Some men ain't gonna have her, but based about their fathers. So some men may not have her because if their fathers are receding, they more than likely will recede. Let's just be honest. I like a bald head man anyway. My husband's bald head. Okay. Okay. And he cute. He a cute man. Okay. First of all, Jasmine, let's talk about that. I pulled some good looking men and I pulled some ugly men. Let's talk about it. Jasmine, you have never had a cute man on her. Ever. 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 She not live no more. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Hold on. I got it already pulled up, y'all. Let me just click on it. All right, y'all. Now she just come up. Somebody that told her we live over here, and I guess she want to listen to what I have to say so she can come back and respond. She blocked you, girl. Let me cut her up, y'all.
Let me put these clips on here real quick before we clear something.
Why don't you putting some clips on somewhere? Why don't you get a proper bra to pull them juggler knots up? Why don't you get a popular hairstyle, a hairstylist or a cosmetologist to clip them dang on ends to cut your hair off so you can start over and grow a healthy hair? Let's start there. Let's start there with your fashion choices. Let's go get a stylist. Let's go.
up because what the hell? People just be saying crazy shit. Don't no, not right here. Take it to your
Look at
room.
your hair all off on the sides. Look at all that. Look at the hair behind her ear. Can't nobody come up here that don't have her behind their ear and tell me nothing, unless you're going through cancer or unless you got alopecia, that something that you can't help. But this girl done wore a wig. She done caused her own damaged hair to do this. Okay, so I'm not gonna make fun of people who have alopecia, who have had health issues, or maybe you take medicines to make your hair come out. I'm not gonna make fun of that. Okay, all right. So let's go. Or if your daddy have receding hair and etc., and maybe it skipped your brother and hit you. I'm not gonna make fun of you, but let's go.
Legend, go play. I'm gonna turn your TV off. Oh, my eye is bothering me.
Is his haircut, y'all?
What the hell?
Is his haircut? Did she cut his hair, y'all? It looked like she tried to do something to it because we done talked about it so bad.
Oh, what the hell, y'all?
He only get one. He only get his haircut once a year.
Thought about braiding my hair, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Why is this doing this?
Baby, can't nobody tell me that face, whatever the stuff that's going on in your body, somebody like you cannot tell me nothing. You get the stuff that's inside of your body right, then we can have a conversation. You get your face cleared up without the blemishes and the dark marks, then we can have a conversation. I can't talk to nobody with their face look like that because I'm afraid you're going to give me something and it's going to jump onto me, okay?
Okay, let's close this. Yeah, go ahead and tap the screen. Go ahead and
Now,
tap.
damn sure ain't gonna talk to nobody that son didn't get potty trained till he was like 1,000 years old. So we're not gonna have that conversation either.
Tap the screen. Tap. Legend, get mommy's thing on the floor right there for mommy's phone.
And damn sure ain't gonna talk to nobody that named their child Legendary, which don't fit up, would never fit up to that name.
Never mind, because you know what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Never mind, I'll get it. My knee is bothering me. I was talking about this, Legend. I want to talk about my car.
Jasmine, if you pull your shirt down further. Okay, pull and not your shirt, your stuff. Pull them pants down. Them pants is all the way up to your throat. Them pants ain't supposed to be all the way up to there. What you hide, Jasmine? You know what? You know why you try to put all them pants on? Because you got stretch marks, and that's fine. That's part of motherhood with most of us. But the issue is that some stuff you just can't fit and wear anymore. Okay, once you start having children and you start getting those stretch marks on your and it start looking like a road map, and you're not trying to lose that and get rid of it, which I am at 52 years old. I'm trying to have a six-pack, baby, and that's what I'm working on. I'm not getting ready to wear no belly shirts. I know for a fact I can't wear no belly shirts right now because I got a little guts. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to work on embracing who we are and what we have in the moment and make whatever we have beautiful. Okay, that's what we have to do as women. We have to make what we have beautiful, and we have to highlight the great things about ourselves. We don't take the downtrodden and the horrible things about ourselves and try to make it, what it ain't. And that's okay. You can take a weakness and make it into a strength, but your stomach is not a strength. Okay, you wearing your shirt like this is not a strength. I don't know why you and Chrissy and Olivia insist on wearing crop top bellies shirts when y'all stomachs look like crap. That doesn't make sense, ma'am. Hello, sister, good sister there.
No. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
And then another thing I don't do. What I don't do is sacrifice. Because guess what, Jasmine? I know that I have businesses. See, I don't pay bills in my household. I pay bills at my business because it's my business. And I do have to split that money with my business partner. Okay. Well, it's really not a split. He obviously is going to pay more. I'm just going to be okay. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not really fair. But hey, I do spend money. I do pay money in my business, right? And then I'll take some money and flip it and get products too, right? But nevertheless, Jasmine, The point is that what I don't do is sacrifice and put more monies into what? Into me before I do my children. Okay. I don't buy expensive cameras that aren't going to really do anything, which you could have just got your phone. Even Kaya, who is a celebrity, okay, she is, y'all, regardless. Y'all know Kaya been around for a long time. If you're gonna have celebrity, I probably would rather have hers because she not on no label and she ain't gotta pay this. She just pay what as she go. I'd rather do that, not to be in debt to no record company and having them pimping you and using you. You understand what I'm saying? She go do it on her terms. But nevertheless, Kaya taught us one thing I learned about in watching Kaya, my neck and my back, and watching her, is that all you have to do is to take your iPhone and you can record everything. She even did her videos on iPhone and they look really good. Okay. And you do have a iPhone, ma'am, right? But no, you had to go get a $900 camera. And not only that, you expected your people in your chat to pay for that. And they told you, like, Jasmine, you need to go ahead and get you a cheaper camera. That's what they told you. They said, well, Jasmine, why can't you use your iPhone? But that's why you don't have a lot of people over there now, because you bankrupt them. Hello? Let's go, Jasmine. Let's go.
He's like, did you find it? Oh, this way. We gotta talk, cause baby, I just got sent some crazy stuff.
Jasmine, you ain't get sent no crazy stuff. You was over here watching me. Jasmine, we're not gonna play these games. Jasmine, you ain't get sent no crazy stuff. I mean, those were just facts that came out about you. And just deal with it, Jasmine. You don't even have to respond to what they're saying. You know why you responded, Jasmine? Because you have no conversation. Because you don't know how to have an intelligent conversation. Because you can't carry a tune. You can't carry a note or any iota of a lifestyle. And you call this living, baby. This is not living. What you're doing right now is not living. You have not lived like, you have not been out of the state of Texas. Okay, so if nobody had to send you anything, you were already over here. Okay, you were already here. You were over here. You were over here at the Crystal Palace. Okay, even.
I got sent some crazy stuff, right?
Right, let me speak your language, Jasmine. Earth, 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 earth. That's how Jasmine speak. I got to talk to you like that. Earth, 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 earth. That's how I got to talk to you, because you are a dog.
Reopen. But we get the likes up, y'all. Let's get to at least 10 likes or something like that. I said something like that. Here, I'll put y'all over here. Stuck y'all up here.
Jasmine, what happened to the thousands of people that used to watch you? What happened to the thousands of people that used to
watch you? You guys gonna work? Or maybe I should move y'all over here.
Jasmine, you have to wait a minute, hold on. Jasmine, you gotta look at you. Let me speed you up some. Jasmine, you gotta look at the man in the mirror. And I mean that. I had to speak her up because I'm not gonna watch this whole live. That's not gonna happen. We're gonna get into what she's talking about. I don't want to hear all this get these likes up and all this other stuff. Nobody cares. I don't want to hear her yelling at Legendary or not paying attention to him. Let's get to the point. Look, we're not gonna be watching her do her bongo mess up her mother duty, okay? Oh, Kayla's not there to babysit because that's all she does. That's all you want her home for, but whatever.
Thank you. I really wanted to the comments. Let's get the likes up. We can get 50 likes. My brother hasn't been over here in like a month. When y'all see my brother, I record.
Well, why? Why can't you have a conversation? Why can't you have a relationship with your brother without filming? Maybe that's the reason why you haven't seen him in a whole month, because he's tired of being a part of your YouTube video, because he can't have a real relationship with his sister because his dumbass sister don't know how to have a relationship outside of YouTube. Hello?
That says a lot. When y'all see my brother, I record.
No, that does say.
I don't record other stuff.
That says that you're in.
My brother works.
No, that says
He hasn't been over here in so
no,
long.
that says that you can't have a relationship outside of recording your brother because you don't know how to have a relationship with anybody. And that's part of what broke you and Chris up is the fact that you said, other than him using you and thinking you're a big dodo, because you are. The fact that you would not have a real relationship with him because you just want to record everything. That's your MO. And that's the reason why you can't have a real relationship with your children because you're always live and because you want to be seen and heard, because you want to sit up here and try to make something more than what it is. You are a dump bucket. That's what you are. You're a cum bucket. People come to you and they leave. And these people nowadays don't even want to do that because they know that you got a filthy box. Hello, I said it. Now, let me click back on her. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put this stuff in the dishwasher to get washed. Okay. All right, y'all. Give me a second here. All right, let's let her talk.
Because he wasn't come put my damn curtains up. Side note, he hasn't been over here because he's been working. He does not do drugs. Like, what the fuck? The fuck?
Okay, so who said he did drugs, Jasmine? Didn't say he did drugs. Where did you get that from? Let's go.
I'm starving my kids. I literally post content of me making.
No, I said you actually are not feeding your children properly, which is why they say that they're hungry all the time. But let's continue. You don't give them full meals. You don't give them nutritional value meals. You just give them wasted carbohydrates that don't have any substance to them, that don't have any vitamin substance, don't have any type of energy foods. You don't give them any type of energy foods, which is why they have black bags around their eyes. Which they weren't born like that. I was born with looking like this. My grandmother looks like this, y'all. I can show y'all a picture of my grandmother. And when you look at my grandmother, you will see that my grandmother has dark lines up in her eyes because that's like a family thing. I don't know what that's about. Because when I went to the funeral of my grandmother, I met a lot of them, and all their eyes are like that. So it just is what it is. Even on down to my big eyes, I get that from my biological mom. First of all, yeah, I didn't even know I had big eyes. Okay, until I met her, I was like, I have little small eyes until I met her. No, my eyes are big. But nevertheless, nobody said that Keyshawn was on drugs. Okay, nobody said that. Okay, so I don't know where you got that from, but let's continue.
Food for them. But I'm starving them, right? And what pills? What pills? What pills?
With Jasmine, pills, okay.
What pills?
Jasmine, you were taking enamine, aka speed, okay, which was making your face look worse, and it was making you have energy. And I know that in a lot of countries, in a lot of places, they have banned those pills, but I don't know why they gave them back to you. All of a sudden, maybe they're trying to unalive you or something. I don't know. But you know, those pills, taking those pills and stuff like that. And then plus, not only you was taking phenamine pills, but you were also taking energy drinks and you was drinking coffee on top of that. And you were having those shakes, those energy shakes as well. So you was taking all of that energy in, and that's why you was all depressed and stuff. You know, that does kind of give you a depression, right, Jasmine? If you take all of that stuff, if you take a whole bunch of speed and things like that, then that would happen, okay? But go listen to me.
The only pills I take is 1-a-day vitamins
That's a
and iron
lie.
pills
No,
and a
no,
B12.
Jasmine. They were referring to and B12 too. They were referring to when you were getting those shots, Jasmine. We're not gonna play the games. We're gonna not gonna play the. We're gonna not play semantics with you. You know exactly what we're talking about there. Now cut it out. Cut it out. We said this a long time ago. We told you this over here before. Don't get over here and start trying to respond to everything like you're really doing a big one because you're not. Let's go.
12 occasionally when I need it. So what fucking pill are you talking about?
We're talking about all those energy drinks that you was drinking. We're talking about those pills that you were getting at the place I just told you. That's what I'm talking about. Hello? Hello?
Next.
Next.
And my brother don't know how to cut hair.
Obviously. But you can take them, you can surely take your son to a hairdresser or a barber and go get his hair done. Since you got all that money for McDevils, you can go and take him to go get his hair cut. I'm sure he would appreciate that. He just had to sit down there or he'll get popped or something. You said you already pop him. That's kind of what you do anyway, right? Not suggesting you do that, but you said earlier, the video we was watching a second ago, you said you whoop him, you say you pop him, you say he bad, right? So you could easily go and get him and the little boy's haircut. That's what you could easily do. But guess what you do? You refuse to do that. But let's continue.
Okay. Legend didn't eat his food, so the kids got his leftovers. They're going to call CPS on you.
Okay, I didn't say I was going to call CPS on you. I don't know where you got that from. I think somebody probably did say that, girl. But nevertheless, you do make the children eat. You did make the children eat his leftovers. Okay, but let's continue.
Call CPS, ho. Like, if y'all gonna be petty, I'm gonna be petty back. Call CPS, ho.
Well, never say I was going to call CPS, and watch your tongue, because don't call. I don't think you should call anybody out their name or call anybody the H word when clearly you're more that than anybody else we know, because you were the one actually behind a dumpster, and you're a free one. You were behind the dumpster, getting it in with a complete stranger that possibly could have had the package, or a house in Virginia. Okay, or God knows whatever else, okay, that you could have been. Hey, watch your mouth and calm your voice down and just enjoy your game. Freaking sounds too close. Let's go.
Eating his leftovers, they ate their own leftovers. They ate their own fucking leftovers. Legend eats his food. The ones that don't eat their food, that don't finish it 9 times out of 10 is Ava.
Because she doesn't like your cooking. And because she malnourished. And you have to find something that she's going to like so she can eat it.
My kids eat, heavily eat.
Yeah, they do eat junk food. No live food, no nutrition, no nutritional food, no vitamins within their food. They don't eat properly. You refuse to feed them any nutritional value of live food whatsoever. You don't want to do anything that's going to help them to grow. And all you do is serve them what? Sugar. Okay.
I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Like, I gotta go grocery shopping again.
Exactly. You know why? Because you didn't buy food that you can cut up and take a while to cook. Why? You know why my food lasts me so long? Because I get produce. I don't buy stuff in cans and frozen foods. Every now and then I'll buy something frozen. But for the most part, majority of the bulk of my food is produce, and is fruit. Jasmine, stuff that grow out of the ground. That's the primarily foods that we eat, stuff that grows out of the what? Ground. Or a pot. You know what I'm saying? Because you can plant tomatoes, and you can grow herbs in pots and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But plant stuff that grow out of soil, that's the majority of the type of foods I eat. You don't. You buy stuff that's handmade. Let's go.
Also, let's talk about the food stamps. They said I'm selling my food stamps. Nigga, the way cost of living is right now.
I didn't say you sell your. Well, yes, I did. I do feel like you used to sell your food stamps to your mom. I really do feel like that's why y'all used to go grocery shopping together. I really do believe that you used to sell your food stamps to your mom. That's my opinion. Okay, let's go. Now I don't know, but I do believe you used to sell your food stamp stuff. Just gonna be honest.
Ain't no motherfucking
I don't know if I said that last night, but I have said that in the past. Correct. Okay, let's go.
way. Ain't no way. I bought food stamps. Who the hell ain't bought food stamps?
You have sold them too.
I don't have it to sell. I don't have it to sell. I be waiting for the month to come around so I can go buy some.
So how would you buy food stamps and you already get them? That does that sound right to you? They don't even sound right what you're saying. You're kind of talking out the side of your neck, but let's continue.
Groceries. I don't have it to sell. And honestly, selling don't even add up to the amount of food. It's no point. You're gonna lose money. So
Maybe the way you do it, but ma'am, when people have sold food stamps, actually you give them less money than you get in food stamps. For example, let's say that you gave somebody $100 and they're not going to sell you $100 food stamp. No, food stamps. No, more than likely the food stamps they're gonna you if you give them $100, they should give you 150 or 120 in food stamps. That's usually kind of how it works. But whatever. You pay less, dummy.
no, I don't sell food stamps. Do I get them? Yes, I do get them. Dumbass.
Wait a minute, but Jasmine, no, wait a minute, Jasmine. But let me ask you this: since you're answering questions, let me ask you something real quick. Since you're always over here, um, so did you report to them that you have two channels here on YouTube? Just asking. Do they know about when you promote other people's products and they give you free stuff, and you said that you make big bank there, you make money there. So do you report all of your income is what I'm trying to say? I think not. But hey, that's none of my business because I'm not going to report you. I'm not going to report you, so you don't have to worry about that. Not me. Now look, I can't stop whoever going to do it. They might do it, but I'm not going to report you. You can rest assured I'm not going to report you. I promise you, I'm not going to report you. That's not what I'm not going to do, Jasmine. Okay. So, but I'm just asking a question. I don't think you report all of your income. I'm just going to be on the safe side to say that you don't report your income. And that's your business if you don't. But since you're answering questions, let's go.
What else is said? I'm gonna read y'all comments before I come back and read the rest.
Okay, let me pause and listen to what you guys are talking about. She is so pressed that she had to write a list. Girl, always 13 years, almost 13 years on stamps. Right, but not a bad question. Why get mad? Exactly. Why get mad? You shouldn't admit to that. Exactly. Alphabet people are watching your YouTube. Exactly. It's just weird that she said, "Oh, I buy food stamps." Okay, I've never bought food stamps. Never. Girl, I never bought no food stamps either. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I wish I could buy some food stamps. Have I gone shopping with somebody and they had food stamps? I think I have. Did I buy some? Did I get some money out of their food stamps? No. No, no, because she was broke. She was a broke one. But I did take her to go get some food stamp shopping, and she gave me gas money. And it wasn't in food stamps, it was cash. It was funny. In the hopes of having content, she makes careless moves with this lazy, right? Developed from reactors, right? Comments and commentary. Exactly. That's all she does. Because she don't have nothing else to talk about, y'all. She has a poor energy life. How you doing, Miss True? I'll buy some if somebody selling. No, you won't, Miss True. No, Miss True. We will not admit that in here. Whatever we do as far as food sales are concerned, we're not going to admit them in here, Miss True. Shh. No. You will not listen, alphabet people. She will not, because they be watching my stuff, girl. You better believe. Do you know who I used to be, Miss True? You would not admit that in her, because FBI trying to make sure I don't come back out and start doing a movement, start trying to build a movement. They ain't gotta never worry about that, because I ain't never come out here and raise my fist up again. No, no, Miss True will not be buying nobody's food stamps, government. No, no, she just was playing. Let's go.
is why people tripping. You don't eat to get full because they're big back bitches.
J- Jasmine, you. I got on my moo, right? I got on my moo. Girl, wait a minute, Jasmine. Wait a minute now. You said, did you call me a big back? Jasmine, Jasmine Dukes. You call me a big back? Jasmine, no. Jasmine Dukes. Did you call me a big bag? You wasn't talking about me. She wasn't talking about me, was she, y'all? Was she talking about me? She talking about me. She called me a big bag. Did Jasmine call me a big bag? Jasmine. Did she call me a big bag? Me? Jasmine? Me? No, not me, Jasmine. Me? You call me a big man? Oh, who in here? Now be honest. Who in here thinks who thinks who's bigger, Jasmine or me? No. Jasmine is taller than me. Do keep in mind Jasmine's taller than me. I'm 5'5", okay? Who is bigger, me or Jasmine? Who is bigger, me or Jasmine? Just okay. Who is bigger, me or Jasmine? Okay. Now I'm gonna show y'all a picture. Now, okay, y'all. Now in the back part, listen, it's big though. But I'm gonna show y'all a picture. Wait a minute. I'm gonna send this picture to myself. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Nope. We're not gonna do that. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of me that I took on my vacation with my family. Well, I don't know if it wasn't vacation. I was gonna see my daddy and my biological mom. It wasn't really a vacation, okay? It was just kind of me going to see my family, okay? Because I missed them. I hadn't seen them in a while. I'm a real daddy's girl, Jasmine, okay? All right, hold on. I'm gonna pull this picture up. Hold on, y'all. Let me find a picture. Hold on. Nope. I ain't gonna let that rock, y'all. We are not getting ready to let that rock. We are not getting ready to let. She called me a big me. No, y'all. I'm not gonna let Jasmine talk about me. Nope. Here we go. I'm gonna send this picture now. Now this picture, now y'all, I am losing weight, so don't judge, but y'all can judge, okay? Don't judge me too hard, but y'all can judge. Now we're doing a comparison now. We're doing a comparison. Hold on, y'all. I don't owe nobody nothing, but you know what? For the sake of comedy, let's put Dr. A up on. Let's put Dr. A up here, and let's look let's look and examine Jasmine's body, and let's look at Dr. A's body. Okay, hold on, y'all. Nope, I ain't letting that ride now. Now my shirt is big on me. My pants is not. Okay, my pants is not big on me. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Hold on. Nope. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting ready to download. I gotta wait for this to download. I don't know why my. Hold on. Let me close some of this stuff, y'all. Girl. Hold on, y'all. I probably got too many windows open. For a fact, I do. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do got a lot of windows open. Hold on. I had to close some of these windows out, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all. Let's see. All right, let's see. It won't let me download it. I don't know why. Hold on. Because I ain't put this camera on. Hold on. I don't know why it won't let me. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna show y'all from here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to just show y'all from here. Hold on. Okay, let me make sure I ain't got nothing crazy going on here. Hold on, y'all, because I don't want to show you my stuff because it's gonna be funny. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Just for a second. Just for a second. No, 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 no. I ain't gonna let Jasmine talk about me, y'all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh no. Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay. This is a picture I just took. This was in May. This was the end of May. I think this was like the midweek of May. I have to look at it. This was this year, obviously. Now look, okay, I do got a caboose in the back. Yes. It's a little big back there. But hey, do I look bigger than Jasmine? Am I a big back? That is all my hair, Jasmine, by the way. Do I look like a big back? Okay. And my shirt was a little big on me too, y'all. So it's a little big. It's not long, but it's a little big on me, okay? But I just want y'all to look at this picture. Shall we observe? Do I look bigger than Jasmine? I'm just asking you. Do I look bigger than Jasmine? This is me. Okay? Let me answer for you. No, I don't. I do not. Jasmine, bite your words. See, I didn't have to be nasty. I didn't have to go in. I didn't threaten you. You like how you did Olivia? I didn't threaten you. I didn't at all. Nope, I didn't. I don't threaten people like that. That's not my style. Okay. Now my butt's a little big. Yeah, I do got a lot of butt back there, but I've lost a lot of my butt. Now, can you imagine how big my butt was at first? I lost a lot of my butt. Okay, it was yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I got a what they call an auntie booty. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, Jasmine, I'm not badly shaped like y'all. I have a natural butt. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, your arms or arms way smaller. Exactly. Nowhere near. That's not baby. That's not me. Baby. Jasmine, not a big back though. But okay. Let's continue. Just had to prove Jasmine not big back. Bite your words, baby. Bite your words. Let's go. And I don't dress tacky like you. I dress like a Jimi Hendrix meets a rock star or something. I do dress different, Jasmine. But I still like okay, if I have a business meeting or something like that, then I have business suits that I could wear to a business meeting. Let's look at closets. Can we do a closet check, shall we? My closet is junky though. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not cleaning out my closet. I'm not doing it, because it's gonna get right back messed up because I got a lot of stuff. Can we do a closet check, Jasmine, to see who has better clothes? Can we? Shall we do a closet check? Let's go.
You're big back bitches. If you eat every meal to get full, you're gonna be a big back bitch.
Well, I don't eat a whole bunch, but that's different with adults though, Jasmine. We're talking about children. Okay, I think that you are being funny. I think that you don't want to answer the question. We're not talking about adults eating their meals to get full. I understand what you're saying on that, but we're talking about children. Children are supposed to eat to be full unless they got a tapeworm or something wrong with them, right? Unless it's something where the doctor say, "Hey, don't feed them so much because they're gaining so much weight," right? But Jasmine, the little food that you do give them, they burn it right out. You should give them way more because they are burning it out by all the exercise and all the activities that you make them do. Sports, I should say. Why is your hairline all the way going back to the back? Mine doesn't do that, by the way. But let's go.
That's just the truth. Dinner is different. You can have leftovers. You can have seconds in dinner.
Well, Jasmine, what's wrong with a child if they want extra for lunch? If you gave them a full lunch, then they wouldn't have to keep asking for it. They wouldn't even necessarily always ask for a snack. Like my son don't ask for snacks all the time. You know why? Because he be having a full meal. Every now and then, if he sees it, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. If he sees that we have an extra banana, if we have a lot of bananas, he don't necessarily be hungry. He might be hungry a little bit, but his eyes are more so wanting that because it's a banana. You know what I'm saying? Because that banana's his favorite fruit. Okay. And so if he bought himself a chips, because my son does get money, Jasmine, unlike you give your children, you give them dollars. My son gets $20 30, 40, 50, 100. Yes, ma'am. That's how much my son gets. He don't get $1.25. Golly.
You can have seconds in dinner. Dinner is different. Dinner, I feel like dinner and breakfast is different. You can go back. My kids actually get 2 breakfast meals. The ones that wake up get 2.
Oh, now she want to tell us they get 2. Now she. Wait a minute, what y'all got? What am I supposed to say this? Jasmine, you lying. Your children, you do not feed your children 2 breakfast foods. Why are you lying? This is about children, you dumb butt. Right, exactly. See, she is clearly slow. She is being right, girl. Indignant. Right, exactly. About feeding her children, right? Second meals at dinner. She barely makes enough for the first. Exactly. Golly. Come on, Jasmine. You are a liar. You don't feed your children twice for the morning time. Girl, you want to put that on here. You put everything on here. Except for when you get dumped. Why Jasmine lying? Where did she get her rules from this? From her mama. From her mama. You have a problem with food, not your children. Stop putting your hang-ups on them. Exactly. Except for Stanka. Stanka and Chris can eat whatever they want. Exactly. She's the one who wakes up right. What a non-schedule. Exactly. And girl, she would never have a schedule.
The ones that wake up get 2. It's usually Aiden, Legend, and Ava.
I ain't gonna be up with y'all tonight, y'all. I gotta get to bed on time because I gotta get to my business tomorrow. I really do. Seriously. Because y'all had me up all night.
Or sometimes Amaya. They get 2.
Jasmine, cut it out. You do not give your children 2 breakfast plates in the morning. Girl. Are you serious? Jasmine, you number one, I'm not big back. I'm smaller than you for the record. Let's just be honest. I am way smaller than you. I'm not just smaller than you because I'm short. I am 5'5", and you're a big girl, okay? Like tall and height and just fat, right? You're like a glob of fat tissue, right? But whatever.
Lunch is supposed to hold you over. Lunch, that middle meal and those 2 snacks on the other side is to hold you over till dinner.
Yeah, Jasmine, we tried to tell you that, but then that's not what you said the other day, Jasmine. You said something totally different because we called you out on that. That's not what happened, Jasmine. You were basically like saying the children don't have to be full. The children do supposed to be full, dummy. I don't think a children should be painfully full. It's a difference. No, they shouldn't be painfully full, but they definitely should be full. Lying is blasphemy. Exactly. Right. Jazz and Legend. Right. It quit. Chris for at Chili's for lunch, girl. Yeah, she used to take Chris used to eat up all them children food stamps. Jasmine chows down so much. Exactly. Exactly. And she definitely be full because she eat a lot too. She eats a lot. She eats like a fat man. Denny's breakfast with mama and her brother. She ate so much, right? No, it's a meal, right? Exactly. Kids need structure with their meals, especially when they are young. Exactly. Like, how hard is what we're saying to you? Are you dumb? Are you really that dumb, Jasmine? How hard is it to say what we're saying to you, what we told you? That is not the reality. That's not what's happening, Jasmine. You are not feeding these children nutritional meals. You're not doing a schedule. You're not working with them on feeding them the right type of food for them to eat. That's becoming of young ladies and young men.
That's the problem. Are you overfeeding your kids? That's the problem. The proportion in the United States, people feel like you got to eat a lot. I've learned I put so much food on my kids' plate so many times, and they didn't threw it in the trash, and that shit pisses me off. I'm gonna put a little bit. You can come back and get more. Come back and get more. Talking about
I'm sorry, Jasmine. My bad. I was listening to Tiny's and Ti's little daughter sing. I'm trying to figure out if she could sing or she taking singing lessons. Cause God, Mm. I don't know. She sound okay. She sound okay. She getting better. She sound way better than she used to. So I'll say that I see an improvement, and I think that sometimes we do have to give children a chance. What I'm trying to say, Jasmine, is that I give your children grace because they are still children, and because they have a dum dum for a mother, and they can't help who they have for a mother. God, they didn't have a choice who was their mother. They didn't have a choice, right, but to deal with you. Okay.
not feeding my kids. Call CPSO.
um I don't know, I would make people mad, Jasmine, but I would stop calling people this and that. I never said I would call CPS on you again. I'm not calling CPS on you. You don't have, you got to really be doing something for me to be doing something, because I already know how CPS operate. I ain't gonna lie though, you do need to take some parenting classes though. I don't know why you won't get parenting classes, but you do need to take some at some point in time in your life. And that's just the truth. That's just how I feel. That's the truth, Ruth. Okay. But hey, maybe it's too late.
But I should be arrested. You can't get arrested for not overfeeding your kids.
Okay. I don't think she's talking about me in this. I don't think she said something she said was talking about me, but this ain't talking about me right here. Never said you should get arrested. I'm hungry said Olivia should press those charges on you. She didn't say that you should be necessarily arrested. She said that you should be off of this platform, is what I'm hungry said. And then a lot of people in here, well, a few people said we should do a blackout on you. I didn't necessarily say anything in regards to that. I was just listening to people. Only thing I said was that people over here on my platform do like me to react to you. That's not saying that they like you as a person, Jasmine. Obviously they don't like you as a person, but they do like me to react on you. They enjoy my reactions on you. Okay. So didn't say you should go to jail or anything like that. I do think you need some parenting classes, in my humble opinion. I've had them. There's nothing wrong with them. I had them when I was going through the adoption process. We had to take a parenting classes, and I really did get a lot out of it, right? To be honest. I did learn. I'm already a patient person. Sometimes I'm not patient on some things. But for the most part, I would say I'm 85% patient, right? And it's really good. But I'm patient on certain things. Some things I'm not gonna be patient on. That's just any parent. There's just no exceptions with certain things. But again, there's certain things that you're gonna tolerate in your household, and just some things you're just not, right? But let's continue.
On. Come on. Some of y'all, I wonder if y'all have kids, the people that have something to say. Do y'all have kids?
Well, Jasmine, I have 4 children, and I have 5 grandchildren and counting. Okay. So yes, I actually have raised children that are your age. Okay. That are nothing like you, thank God. Um, but I've gone through certain things. I've gone through with my children. I've gone through a lot of things with my children. My children practically grew up with me to a degree. And my children kind of understand a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, my mama was just a little girl. You know that song, Mama's just a little girl, by Tupac. Yeah, mama was a little girl. I'm grown now. It's just no exceptions. It's no excuses. Some things I just can't do. Number one, we're in a different time frame that we were in back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Just some things that okay, for example, Jasmine, let me kick the ballistics with you. Let me tell you this. So there are certain things that your mom did with you in the 90s when you were coming up that you cannot absolutely do with your children, because you probably would go to jail, right? Or you would have some issues. Okay. So these are different children in 2025 than they were like you in the 90s. Okay. Did you get everything handled? Good.
That is crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Don't worry about deleting the comments. I want to see them as long as they ain't talking about my kids. They are dumb as fuck.
Dumb? Y'all are following Jasmine. What does that say? Y'all are following Jasmine. Jasmine is your homegirl. What does that say about you all? Jasmine Dukes is your partners, right? She's stupid, right? Lunch is a meal. Exactly. The real problem is she can't afford the children, right? She stresses over the little crumbs, but put right in their mouths. Exactly. Every little crumb that she puts in their mouth. Exactly. Miss True. When Chris was there, right. Skies were the limit, exactly. Stanker eats steak, right. Fruit, fresh food, right, as well as processed food. But he definitely eats better than the day before for sure. He definitely does. No, he really eats better. Let's talk about that, Jasmine. Let's talk about how you feed your children. Let's talk about how you even hug on. You're more attentive to Stanker. You're more patient with him than you are your other children. So what we're not going to do is play this game. But, again, for y'all to call somebody stupid, y'all follow Jasmine. Jasmine, you are stupid, though. You have done a lot of stupid things on here. You have peed online in front of everybody. Like, you showed your urine. It looks like alcohol, girl. It looks like you drank 40s. Your urine looked like a 40 ounce. Come on, Jasmine. You look like your urine look like St. Ives. Your urine looks like, oh my God, Jasmine. Your urine looks like gold. Like not even gold, like a mustard yellow, like a mustard yellow. Your urine is not supposed to be that color. It's like a rust color, like a orange color, like a rusty orange. Girl, your urine is not supposed to look like that, okay? Let's talk about your health. I want to talk about that, Jasmine.
Right. Just because your kid isn't fat doesn't mean the kid is malnourished. People think.
Well, actually, my son is not fat. He's not fat. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. My son is not a short guy, but I wouldn't say he was tall for his age. He's gonna be tall, though. You can look at him and tell, but he's not tall for his age, but he's not fat, right, Jasmine? Um, he does eat though. He does have well-balanced meal. He does.
Think that you're supposed to be.
And I don't think children have to be obese. And there is a such thing as some children are not meant to be small and some children are not meant to be large, right? Children come in different sizes, okay? Just like black children come in different shapes, shades of black. Some of them are light black, light. Some of them are dark. Some of them are mid dark. Some of them are red. Some of them have a hue of red to it. Some children have a hue of brown to them. Some people can be coconut, buttermilk color, chocolate. You know what I mean? We come in all different shades, right, Jasmine? So nobody's expecting children to be like, children can be skinny, they can be fat, they could be whatever. Your children do look like they don't eat. Your children look like you don't feed them. They look like you starve them. They do. I mean, that's she was talking, my bad. They do look like they're starved and they do look malnourished. Sorry, you can't get around that.
Come on. Come on. Some of y'all, I wonder if y'all have kids, if people have something to say. Do y'all have kids? And you need a physical or AAU. That says a lot. Do you have kids?
Yes.
You do it.
Yes, most of the people on here have children. That's not what the issue is. They're asking you to answer these questions directly. Stop trying to scurry away from the topic. You can't afford to take care of these children, which is why you get food stamps. And you study wanting more and having more children and having men that are not going to participate in the children's life, just like dairy father does not participate in his life, even if he doesn't pay child support. Now, if he gives you cash every now and then, it's not child support. Maybe if you were getting a steady flow of child support, maybe you would be able to feed your children. And all those food stamps are not just for dairy, but they are for the other Davis 4. So no. And you can get all the physicals. Okay, so so here's the key thing. This is what she probably do. I'm just gonna take, you can take your child to CVS and they just look at them and you pay your money. I think you pay like $60 or something, and you pay that little money. They do the little visit and then they decide on whether or not, you know what I mean? They don't really do a whole lot. It's not like you're taking your doctor to the pediatrician. Do your children even have a pediatrician? Because you barely take your children to the doctor. And remember, you said that Philip was supposed to be doing that, and Philip said he wasn't. So when is the last time the other children had a pediatrician, went to go see their primary pediatrician? Because the last time you did miss the appointment. And then Philip was supposed to take them, and Philip was like, why would I take them? I have them more than you do. Which is true. You should take your children to the pediatrician. Why is Philip taking the children? Like, that's something that I do. I don't expect my husband to take our son to the pediatrician. That's something that I do. And even whether we were together or not, that would be something I would still do. Now, if it was something that was going on and I need him to, hey, baby, can you take off? We need to go together. You know what I mean? Or you can take him or whatever the case is, or just reschedule. But Jasmine, you did not take them children to the pediatrician though this year. Okay, I mean, I meant last year. You didn't take them children to the pediatrician. Do they receive Medicaid? Jasmine, I'm asking you a question. Do they receive Medicaid? Does Philip have them on his in home job insurance? If he has a little job, does he have them on insurance? Are the children covered? Because if you're getting Medicaid, why wouldn't you not take the children? Why are y'all fighting about who should take the dang on children to the pediatrician when both of y'all are responsible? Both of y'all push those children outside of y'all to be your children. God selected you two bums to have y'all these children, but yet you all don't want to barely be responsible for them. Now let's talk about it, Jasmine.
A yearly checkup, unless you plan sports in high school, middle school, and you need a physical or AAU.
But Jasmine, I don't. You did not take these children to no doctor because you were just fussing at Philip about it. So let's not keep playing these games. And you did take them to. You probably took them to CVS and had a physical. And I know how that is. Let me tell you how I know how that is, y'all. Because I couldn't get into my not my pediatrician. I couldn't get into my doctor because my doctor was like, "Hey, we got you scheduled for." I can't remember what it was, but it was something like they had me scheduled for 6 months prior to me coming. I was like, well, can I come earlier? Because I had to do a physical for the adoption. And I had to do that twice, right? No, just once. That was FBI fingerprints. But no, I had to do we had to do the physical. So we had to just go into the CVS and pay them the $60. They barely did anything, to be honest. They didn't take no blood. Like normally when I go to my doctor, they take blood. Like I have a doctor. We have doctors. They take blood from you. They do checkups. They look at your legs. They look at your nose. They look, you know what I mean? They look at you to see what, do you have any complaints? Are you hurting anywhere? You got this issue, you got that. You know what I mean, Jasmine? You ain't been taking these children. When the last time you been to the doctor?
Because sometimes you need a physical for AAU as well. My kids was in AAU track. Let's back up. You will go to the doctor.
Yeah, because you probably took them to CVS, right? That's probably what you did. You probably took them to CVS because when did you take them to a doctor? Because you and Philip was just complaining about that. You and Philip was just complaining about taking the children to the doctor last year. Because you said, well, I'm not taking them because, I'll always do it, blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, they live with me mostly. Why would I take them? That's what y'all was fighting about. Right? So you don't remember. So I think you thought we forgot. I didn't forget, Jasmine. You didn't take them to no doctor. But I didn't even say nothing about your children going to the doctor. I didn't. But since you brought it up, so I'm just talking about it because you brought it up. But I don't remember. Did I say anything about her taking her children to the doctor? I don't remember saying that. I might have. It's no telling. Ain't no telling what might pop out my mouth. You know what I mean? But let's continue. Okay. Let's go. I'm trying to hang up these clothes, y'all.
Maybe a couple times in between the time, but you go yearly. What kid is in the doctor's office consistently?
Jasmine, you don't take your children to the doctor no consistently. You have not been taking them children to the doctor. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out, Jasmine. You have not been taking them children to the doctor. Jasmine, because you would have recorded it. You recorded everything in your life, and you ain't bit more took them children to the doctor than a man in the moon. We're not going to play these games. We're not going to play these games, Jasmine. You don't take these children to the doctor. That ain't what you do. You don't take, and you get Medicaid, allegedly. Now, why when you take them to the doctor, it's free. It's free insurance that the government give you to just take the children to the doctor. What is so difficult about that? You don't take these children to the doctor. I don't know who you think you playing with or who you think you fooling, but you ain't fooling us over here. We already know you don't take these children to the doctor because you fuss about doing that because you say you tired of being a mother, you tired of doing this, you tired of doing that. You don't really want to be a mom and how you had your whole life and Amaya messed up. Remember when you said Amaya messed up your basketball career and she didn't mess up anything? You remember you said that out your mouth? I would never forget you said that. You said that out your own mouth, Jasmine. Does anybody remember when she said Amaya messed up her basketball career and she hadn't got pregnant with Amaya, which was a revenge pregnancy? Let's deal with that. I don't want to hear about none of this other stuff you talking about because you're not talking about the issues that we talked about last night. You're talking about stuff that somebody else has said. I want to talk about what we said in here. That's what I want to talk about. You did a whole live about nothing. Come on now. I can't believe y'all made me watch this.
My kids get yearly checkups.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, who's this coming around? Actually, Kaylin, she has to get a shot. Since you want to know, she's getting a shot for athletics. This week, I'm taking her to get her shots for athletics. She's missing a shot that has to be before school starts. And
you know why she's missing the shot? Because you ain't been up on giving a shot. Now, if you weren't the person that gave the shots, that'll be one thing. It might be against your religion, or it might be your family's dynamics, and you have something to back it up with, or whatever. Most physicians understand this, and they'll work with you if this is the case. No, you missed it. See, you are so stupid that you calling your own stupid self out. Jasmine, you just admitted to missing your children getting their shots. You know why? Because you ain't been taking them to get it. Because you have not been taking them to the doctor on a regular. Hello? My son just went to the doctor, ma'am, for this year. So he don't have to go no more unless something happened, right, y'all? He went last year. Then he got an eye appointment this year. I don't know when because we ain't set that date yet. Usually they'll call me and set it. Or the dentist. Hello? So that's what we're not going to do. You missed that appointment because you know why? You're not focused on these children going to the doctor. That's not what we're going to do here.
Amaya, I'm just taking her to do another checkup.
It wasn't another checkup. It wasn't another checkup. She didn't have one. You didn't even take her last year because you and your baby daddy was fussing about taking these children to the doctor. Cut it out. I don't know who you think you're playing with. You ain't been taking these children to the dang on doctor. You a lie. You are a lie. Tomorrow, take her to another doctor. When did she go this year, Jasmine? Cut it out. Cut it out. Because y'all was just talking about, oh, well, they just ain't going. Oh, well. Because you ain't been taking them to the doctor. And you get Medicaid.
And their dad's taking them. Legend had his yearly checkup already. He just had to go to the doctor. Oh, listen, I feel like I'm doing it much. So in order to get assistance with childcare, he had to get like a blood.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why you took them. But Jasmine, when children go to, I don't know what kind of doctor you got, but every time my son goes to his yearly visit, they do draw blood. I want any of you mommies in here. Can you tell me in a urine test? Can you tell me whether or not that your children go when they get their yearly checkup? Don't they get their blood drawn? I'm just asking a question. Is my son the only one that gets his blood drawn? Because Jasmine is, I don't know, she don't take these children to the doctor. And the only reason why she took the legendary to the doctor is because she wanted him to go to school this year. Because he's cutting in on her sleep. Okay? So that's not what we're going to play. We're not going to play these games and act as if Jasmine is handling business. That's the only reason why she did that, because she don't know about them getting their blood drawn, y'all. She don't know about that. I'm telling y'all, they always do that. I don't know what Jasmine do not take these children to the doctor. That's proof she don't know. That is proof that she don't know. How does she not know that little legendary will get his blood taken if she took him to a pediatrician?
Prick thing that he didn't, you only get it like one time. You only get your, like, unless you get WIC, they used to do it consistently every.
Jasmine, every time you take your child to a regular visit, a yearly visit, they do get pricked. They do get blood drawn from them. They get urine tests. They do a urine test on them. And then because they check their levels, like if their blood level, if their white cells are low, or their red cells, or if they have childhood diabetes or whatever, they check for all of that. Jasmine, what are you talking about? That is normal. That is normal procedure when you go to a doctor. What are you talking about? Jasmine, you don't take your children to the doctor. That's how I know. That's what I'm saying. You when you start explaining yourself, you make yourself look even more foolish. And you make yourself like a liar. You look like a liar. And you look like you don't know what you're talking about, because you don't know what you're talking about. Because you know, we know, I and you know what's going on. We all know what's going on, Jasmine. Just be honest with yourself. You do not take these children to the doctor. And I know if Philip took them to the doctor, he would be telling you that. Now, he probably taking them this year. You know why he taking them now or this year? Because y'all didn't take them last year. Y'all did not take these children last year. That's why. Let me see what y'all talking about in these comments. How you doing, Joel? Legendary will be 4 years in November. Exactly. Hey, y'all been walking and listening. I appreciate that. No prick. I thought he was going to the daycare or head store. Stanker asked for a pizza, right? And and she'll give it to him. Right, she got 2 pieces for him. But she don't do that with the other children. I don't know what she's talking about, y'all. I promise you. She just be lying. Philip didn't want Aiden to take his medication. Exactly. So let's have that conversation. Philip didn't tell the doctor, well, hey, I would like an alternative for my son. I don't want my son on these medications because I know that eventually the medications are bad for them. Or can we do an alternative? Is it something that we can try as alternative? You're too stupid to even say that, Jasmine. You and both Philip are idiots. You didn't say to the doctor, well, hey, is there an alternative? I talked to my doctor. I said, well, I'm doing an alternative. I'm not going to give him those vitamins that are across the counters. And he said, well, what are you going to give him? I said, sea moss. And I said, do your research on sea moss. He said, okay. And then the doctor's office called me and they said that would be fine. They did. They said they heard some good stuff about C Moss. Okay. He said, whatever we doing a good job. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Shoot. Let's go, Jasmine. Girl, you done got my blood. No, you ain't got. I don't want to put that in the universe. Ain't nothing wrong
In
with my
what,
blood.
3 months they'll do a blood prick for iron, all that stuff. So he had to get pricked. And
Wait a minute, Jasmine. They do all that all at once. They don't do it simultaneously. They don't say, well, I'm going to do a blood test right now. Then you come back and do another. They're not going to put children through all of that. No, they do all of that up front. When you take your kid to the pediatrician, Jasmine, you're not taking them to a pediatrician then or something. I don't know. You taking them to CVS, you taking them to some kind of quack or something. But when you take your children to a doctor, or maybe that's what Texas do. I don't know. Anybody from Texas, could you comment and let me know if I'm right or wrong on your state? Now I know here my son went at the same time and they did all those tests right then and there. I'm done with all these clothes, y'all. Whatever we take off is what I gonna wash. Shoot. Man. I'm just saying, Jasmine, what are you talking about? They do that all at once. If they taking an iron test, Jasmine, they do that all at once. What kind of doctor do you go to? You take your pediatrician, you take your children to. It doesn't sound like it makes sense. That's what it sounds like to me. Clothes all washed up.
to check his iron levels, and that was a requirement on the form.
So to me, Jasmine, it sounds like the only reason why you took your children to the doctor was because you wanted Stanker to play sports. That's what it sounds like. Because if that wasn't what it was, then why you saying it just had to have the form filled out? You don't take these children to the doctor, Jasmine. We ain't gonna play these games. Okay.
Test visits every 6 months. Legend had his.
Jasmine, you ain't been taking no children to no doctor every 6 months now. You and Phyllis was just fussing about that now. Come on now.
The other kids is rolling around too. Because their dad takes them, Legend sometimes falls on a different day than the other kids. I feel like y'all digging too deep into it. Get out my ass. You're all in my ass. Get out. Stop digging. People so weird, don't know how to mind their own business.
Jasmine, you putting your life out here for us to talk about. What are you talking about? Unless you have a problem, they mention it to her, they will. Exactly. I do agree. Ava needs to supplement calories. Exactly. She definitely does need that. Right. She the fact that her big self is stagger compared to Ava, right, or overweight, exactly. The only thing helping Stanker is his weight, exactly. Exactly. I think Aiden is doing better than Ava and needs some more of her education and weight. Exactly. I agree there too. I agree there. Okay, well, I gotta mention something about what's going on since Jasmine brought up the fact of nutrition. CMOS, I got CMOS on sale. If y'all go to my website, go and purchase that CMOS. It has over a gazillion minerals inside of it, and it's one of the best herbs to take. So please go to my website and go and get y'all some CMOS today. I got those new teas that's popping. That's I got 2 month June for June. See teas. One is called Juniverse. Juniverse, a pretty name, right? If you go there, you can get that, or you can get the Juneteenth tea. Okay, you can go get the Juneteenth tea. Okay, that's elixir. Okay, I ain't telling everybody what's in. Okay, okay. My husband want me to tell y'all what's in the dang on tea. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell y'all what's in this dang on tea. One of the things that I love about what's in the tea is red raspberry, which is a really good thing, and hibiscus It's definitely good for blood pressure. If you have any blood pressure issues, the red raspberry tea is definitely good for those. If you have hormonal problems, it's really good for those. Or if you need a boost in your hormones, you don't even necessarily have to have problems. But I would always recommend that people take red raspberry and put it in their daily lives, okay, on top of with the sea moss. So definitely cop that today. Go get that before, so you can celebrate, because you can make the tea, and they tasty tea. They ain't just taste. I know y'all saying sea moss is nasty. Passion would tell you sea moss is nasty, and it is. However, it's still good for you. Just because something is nasty doesn't, it definitely doesn't mean it's not good for you. It's definitely good for you. It does have an acquired taste. It's sea moss from the sea, so it's gonna taste fishy a little bit, okay, but it's still the best for you, okay. But the tea's got a taste, okay. The tea is a tasty taste, and those just a couple of the ingredients that's in those teas, and I'm telling y'all, it's dang on worth it, okay. Definitely put, my husband telling y'all to put it in your morning routine. When you go to the gym, you cop that up, and it does give you energy as well. Okay, take it with you. All right, let's continue. Because he want me to talk about these products too.
We're going to talk about it again in a little while.
Do I have pumpkin seed oil? I do have pumpkin seed oil, but I don't have it where you can take it by mouth. I do have pumpkin seed oil where you can wear it on your body. You can wear it on your body. I have it as a fragrance. Okay. So, y'all, let's continue to go. Okay. All right, y'all, let's go. Where we at?
How much food costs are better off keeping your food stamps? Selling them ain't gonna make you no money. You'll be losing. Thank you. And I don't.
Okay, what I don't like about these people, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop advocating for her, because she's an idiot. She's a bumbling, miserable idiot that's going to keep living this. If you call this a life, she's gonna keep living what she calls a life this way. She's gonna keep on doing the same little stupid stuff. She's gonna keep on embarrassing herself, embarrassing the children, embarrassing the family. She gonna keep on coming up here looking stupid, looking like something wrong with her, looking like she got some kind of ailment or another. It might be a mental ailment, but it's something. Nobody's face that loves himself or that's healthy face looks like this. I'm sorry. Sorry, I hate to say it. Can you put these towels in the closet, please? Why he gonna try to act like him? Hey, honey, there's towels right there. Don't hit the towels, and there's some little towels too. Stop hitting the towels. You crazy. All right, y'all.
Sell them. I have never sold them. I bought them when I was in college.
Jasmine, so why would you buy food stamps and you get food stamps? Does that make sense? I've never heard nobody that receives food stamps say that they bought some food stamps for somebody. No, you sold your food stamps. Girl, Mama Deuce used to buy food stamps for you. We ain't gonna play this game. Allegedly. That's what word on the curb is. Nobody believes that. Like, who believes this? If you believe this, if anybody believes this, I got a bridge to sell you. Come get this bridge. It's for sale, okay? I got the Brooklyn Bridge. I can sell you the Brooklyn Bridge right now. You ready? Let's go. Let's get it. Get this Brooklyn Bridge right now. Only $23.99. Get the the teas on sale for $15.99. I forgot to mention that, y'all. I did mark the price down. At first, the teas was $25.99. I done marked it down to $15.99. Okay, I didn't put them on sale. I forgot to put that it was on sale. But y'all better get it while it's $15.99. Okay. If you get $50 on my webs on wait a minute. If you get $50 or more on the Euphoria Energy LLC website, you will get of course you will get free shipping, but if it's under 40, it's $10 and some change. Now, for shipping, but what I'm gonna tell you, I forgot, if you're a membership, I forgot to tell you this. If you're gonna purchase something, let me know so I can discount it for you, so I can put a discount code in, because everybody that does that has a membership with me will get a discount on their stuff. On anything you purchase from me. Wait till I get those Jasmine shirts. See, Jasmine don't know how to market herself. I'm gonna do it for her. I'm gonna get paid off of Jasmine. I'm gonna show Jasmine how I'm gonna get paid because it's all about us getting paid over here. Let's go.
I didn't even. What do we have, Kaylin? Nope. Nope. Didn't have Kaylin yet. But I bought him.
Story time. A few weeks ago.
Yes, what I feel. Story time, girl. Tell about you ain't about. Girl, get out of here. You had Kaylin, yeah. What the hell was you doing with Philip at your young, tender age living with this son of a bitch? He took your life away. That's why you look aged.
Talk about so fucking bad. It's like they want to have something all to talk about. They talk about how I was braiding Ava's hair. I braid underhanded and I have a hard time switching back to overhanded when I get to the end. I'm not.
I wasn't talking about how you braid your hair. We talked about how you need to braid their hair. We talked about the timing of you braiding the children's hair. Like you need to part them children hair properly. It's not about you braiding. I'm not talking about your braiding. Maybe some other people was. But I'm going to talk about the way, going to talk about how you don't really want to do their hair, which is why it looks like the way it does. Okay, the finished product sucks. Number one. Number two, Jasmine, why wouldn't you part their hair properly? You know how to part though. All you gotta do is take the rat tail comb, the end of the rat tail comb, and part it correctly. And all you got to do is just put pride in when you're doing their hair, do your best, but you don't put pride in, you just smack it together. And that's what the problem is. It looks crappy. Okay? And then other times I've seen you do their hair and it was cute. But it's been more times that it looks stupid than not, to be honest.
No fucking professional braider. I'm just doing my child hair so it don't look a mess for summer camp.
But you should have been doing them children's hair. You just now doing them children hair. We've been told you wait every 6 months to do your children's hair. I wasn't no professional either. I told you, Jasmine, you do better hair than I do. Like on terms of braiding, because I had a nerve damage because I used to work at Subway and I cut my nerve in my hand, in my finger, and the braid in the middle part of my finger. I could show it to y'all. It's kind of going away. The mark, but I can show you the mark. I'm telling you. And I damaged the heck out of my hand, but it's better now. It's been better for about some years. Took some years. But the point is that you have to be honest with yourself, Jasmine. You have to look at yourself and do better. You could at least, it's okay to get the children hair. It's okay if you have to do their hair, but you have to do it to your best ability. When you do your children hair, you just slap it together. And then when it gets old and need to be done again, you don't do it until it gets really bad. I mean, it'd be really bad, Jasmine. And you still take your chip. No, hell no. Girl, do you want me to show you pictures of Amaya's hair before you did it? You want to show that picture? You want me to call you out on that? Do you want me to show everybody how Amaya's hair looked like she had locks? Looked like she had unkept locks? You want me to show that picture? Okay, you better be quiet.
You stated that you're not supposed to eat to get full. You said that shit. I just clarified that I did say that. You're not supposed to eat lunch to get full. Breakfast, you can have fulfilling breakfast.
No, Jasmine. No, that is not what you said. What you said was the children are not supposed to eat till they get full, and you said that the children that everybody got obese children. Jasmine, you lying now. Now it's lunch. Oh, okay, girl. You should have clarified, Jasmine. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
But you don't want to be so full that you sleepy. Who wants to feel like?
No, I don't think you should be so full where your stomach hurts. But if you eat a good meal, you gonna be sleepy though. Am I sleepy after the meal I ate today? Because that was my only meal today. No, I'm not. But I am full. I'm incredibly full. Like I can't eat nothing else. I can drink some stuff, but I cannot eat nothing else. I assure you.
That. I don't want my kids to be so full that they sleeping and laying around and being lazy. That's how you get fat. You overeat and it causes you to.
Okay, so Jasmine, there is a hairstyle that Tiny daughter, what's her name? Harris, what's her name? Harris. She got her hair done, and all they did was take some little, they just braided it up, and they just put it in like little styles, like how I wear my hair a little bit. And they just kind of braided up, parted on the side, and put some parts in it, and then put like some little cute, colorful little things on her hair, and just put that on her hair to make it really cute. And that's all you have to do, Jasmine. You can do that all the time with all their heads. They can look really cute, but you don't choose to do that. You make them look crazy. Their hair be all over their head. Jasmine, you know what you're doing now. We ain't gonna play these games. These children look unkept, unfed, unloved. Period.
To lay down, and when you lay down, all that fat is not, you're not burning it off. It's just building up, and you're just getting fatter.
Your children is burning it off because they're always in sports and they're running around. That's number one. Number two, Jasmine, you good. Congratulations on getting them in summer camp. That's the least you could do. Philip, thanks to Philip mom, not to you, but Philip mom. Thank you, Philip's mom, for getting these children and going somewhere, because this heifer would not. Okay. Secondly, you are one to talk about the fat building. You definitely a fat builder as you are. Look at you. Which is why you packed on all those pounds, because you weren't really working out. What you was doing was you was working out a little bit, and what you was doing was taking most of those injections, and you was solely relying on those injections to lose weight. That's what you did. Okay. Hold on. Did I get an order? Somebody said they got an order. Hold on.
Fatter. He's 3. He don't understand. They're little though. My God. You must not have kids. Do you have kids? They're little though. They're little. That says a lot. I'm glad you said that they're little. So what does that mean?
They're cats.
If they're little, their stomachs are little.
They're cats.
So why?
They're cats. They're cats. They're cats. Do you have cats? Do you have cats? Both. Do you have cats? Do you have cats? Do you have cats? Jasmine, oh my God, why do you talk like that? They have cats. Do you have cats? You must not have cats. You must have had cats. They're little. They little though. They little though. They little though. Their stomachs are little. Their stomachs are little. They little though. They little though. They little though. Okay, Jasmine. So they little though. Okay. I mean, what you talking about? Jasmine, they still should eat. They could be small. Again, children come in many different sizes, right? But Jasmine, your children do look malnourished, especially Ava. Ava, especially, and particularly everybody else, yeah, it is what it is. But Ava, in particular, does look malnourished. And you can't tell me nothing. Your child looks malnourished. She do. Bottom line, she looks malnourished. Period. Period. Okay.
Stretch their stomachs to an older kid by overfeeding them. Because when you overfeed kids, or even overfeed yourself, your stomach stretches. And then you feel like, oh, I'm starving, I'm hungry, that's the problem. You stretched your stomach too much. Let their stomach grow with their body.
Yeah, let their stomach grow with their body, yes, but you're not feeding this child. Can you just be honest? Can you just say that you're not going to admit it, but at the end of the day, this child is not really either you're not feeding her or she's not eating on her own. Now, sometimes with autistic children, they kind of care about if Asia's autistic. I'm not sure if Ava is autistic or not. I remember her saying legendary. I mean, what's his name? The little boy Aiden was autistic. I don't remember her saying Ava, but if Ava is in fact autistic, which I don't I don't remember her saying this, but if she's in fact autistic, then it would make sense that she would kind of care about foods, the texture. Sometimes with autistic children, they care about the texture of food, the way it looks, the way it smells. All that play a factor. Like, for example, like if a child was autistic and you try to give them sea moss, which I sell, they might be like, gross, that's nasty, the smell, I'm not doing it, right? But like a normal child, if you try to give them all, they would be like, well, can you mix it in something? Because I know it tastes really bad. And so if you mix in something, they'll take it. But if you let a child know, they have to be something that they, used to. And it has to be something they eat on a consistent basis. Like an autistic child may eat that food every day. They might eat something every day. And that's, you know what I mean? Because that's, when you try to shake them out and take them out of their own comfort zone, then they might kind of have an episode there, or be like, I'm no thank you, I'm not gonna eat. You know what I mean? So if that is the case, then that's something different. Then you have to find something that she's gonna like and just keep it away from Legendary and everybody else and be like, this is only for Ava. So why don't you give Ava some Ensure?
I'm white and I agree with you. So has nothing to do with being white or black. Your kids shouldn't be overweight. Just because your kids is normal size doesn't mean they're malnourished. Yes. And I wish I could go.
But Jasmine, the point, the issue is not that your children do look malnourished. I don't understand what you don't understand about that. Your children do look malnourished. I mean, that's it. Especially Ava. Ava, I need to stop saying children. I need to just say Ava. Ava in particular looks malnourished. She does, in my humble opinion. The little girl looked malnourished. Okay, so she looks like around her eyes, her face looks sunk in. It does. And it's not just her face, Jasmine. It's her just looking malnourished because of the way that you feed them. Okay. Oh, my name of my tea, I forgot to tell y'all, was called Freedom Steep. And that's the Juneteenth tea, okay? Just, you don't have to just be black to drink this tea, okay? But I did have to do a Juneteenth. I know some people keep asking me to do like a Pride Month tea, and I don't know. I don't I don't know, because I think if I made one, I think it would probably be offensive, because I might call it I don't know what to call it, and I don't want to be offensive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say nothing crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of some names, but that tea also has lemongrass in it and dandelion. So just to give you a couple of ingredients. So yeah. So but basically it's definitely worth you all drinking. I promise you it has a really good taste to it. Okay. Now let's go. Now that's the Juneteenth tea. Now the Juniverse, it's called Juniverse. Y'all like that name? It's so pretty. If y'all go to my website, you can see the little flyers and stuff that I made for the tea. It's so pretty. Okay. I had to click on it. I'm trying to bring it up so y'all can see it. Y'all go to that dang on tea and get that stuff. Go get that tea. That's what my husband said. My husband's like, them crystals need to. Okay, let's go.
Go. Can I find it? Let me see. Let me see. Y'all talking about malnourished. Let me go to my Facebook. Because this is how we gonna find. Do y'all see how skinny or did y'all see that she takes after her dad? I'm about to go see if I can find an old picture.
That's fine, Jasmine. It's not just about her being skinny and small. It's about her face looking sunk in like that, Jasmine. You know that little girl look malnourished. The bottom line, if you don't want nobody to say that about you, just feed the little girl. That's all you got to do. You making this harder than what it need to be. Feed her. Give her nutritional value. Give her the best nutritional value you could possibly give her. And stop doing the little stuff that you're doing. I mean, I don't understand why you making this harder than what it need to be. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Feed the little kid. Feed her. That's all you got to do. You worry about the wrong things in this life. You got to take some time and feed these children. You don't feed them properly. So if you fed her vegetables and you fed her all these wonderful things, I think that people wouldn't really say anything. I promise you. I don't think people will say anything. The other ingredient for the Juniverse tea, it does have a lavender in it. It does have a relaxing energy. Of course, it helps with your intuition. And lavender can also do some wonderful things for you as well. Not only does it have a great smell to it, what I do like about lavender, it does help you to relax your energy. And it does help with inflammation in certain aspects of your body, and it does help with your skin. And it does help with if you have any where you have like scars and marks, or it can help it to heal a little bit faster. Okay, so that's what I like about it, you know. Okay, so Jasmine, because she has all this anxiety, for you people that have a lot of anxiety and things like that, it definitely can help with that, and definitely help you to get some good rest here. And also the one of the biggest elements of lavender definitely helps you with your digestive system. Okay, helps you to digest things. Like if you have, like, let's say that you eat something that doesn't necessarily agree with you, or let's say you eat something that you enjoy, like eggs. Like if you eat eggs, of course eggs make you have gas, and then if you take that lavender with that, it will help you to, release gas and get it out, as opposed to doubling over or having to do a lot of passing gas rather than going to the bathroom and pooping it out. Okay, so it's really good with that. It'll clear all of that where you just won't have gas, and it'll kind of help you to assist you with going to poop, because eating that cholesterol does kind of get you to back up. It backs you up, and sometimes it makes it hard for you to go to the restroom, and you straining. But that's neither here nor there.
Of that skinny motherfucker before he got fat. Oh, he was fat there.
So Jasmine, we basically know that you need to give Ava some ensure. You need to make sure this girl is getting all her nutrition, because around her eyes it looks like she is lacking in iron. But Legendary don't look like that. He looks like he's getting, everybody else's food. Excuse me. Okay, let's go. Shall we go? Shall we go? Let's go.
No, go on another page.
Okay, Jasmine, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna wait for Jasmine to go through every picture of Derek, or whatever his name is, Philip the Frog. I'm not
Rejected.
here to
I've
talk
been
about
broke.
that, because he is a bum, and I really don't care how fat, skinny, how whack he was as a person, human being, and as a record label, and as a staff. It does not matter to me. So we're not going through that. The bottom line is, it's not just about her being small and looking like you don't feed her. It's also about in her eyes. If you look around her eyes, it looks like a lack of iron. It looks like it's also some issues with her speed, with her energy, and then again, not to mention that none of your children, we understand, all of them, not just one, but every one of them, they do definitely need to get some speech work here. Okay.
That's the problem. I be forcing her to eat. I'm like, hey, take a couple more bites. I gotta bribe them to eat.
Okay, well, you just should have said that beginning. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Let's listen to it.
She's skinny, and her aunt. I don't care about. I don't want to show that part. But look how skinny that nigga is.
That's not really skinny, but okay.
That's in high school.
He got a belly. He always had a belly. Look like it.
She's skinny, and her aunt, she was skinny as fuck too. Those were two skinny people in their whole family. Actually, and her uncle Trail, he was skinny as fuck too. They were just skinny. I can't control genes. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Aiden ain't skinny. He eats nonstop. Amaya's not skinny. Caitlin's not skinny. Legend's not skinny.
They lanky. They are skinny. Ava looks malnourished though, Jasmine. You keep jumping around. She looks malnourished. I don't care what you're talking about. She look malnourished, period.
And then for people to say that Legend's my favorite and I feed him
Legendary is your favorite and you do feed him better. Let's be honest.
more. Y'all know that when Legend's here and the other kids are not here, sometimes he'll miss a breakfast and eat some motherfucking muffins or
You even mentioned that.
piece of toast, some bananas, some yogurt. He don't even eat that much. I be forcing him to eat.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that y'all don't see on camera, Ava, and I should have left. Y'all gonna see it, but I had to force her to eat. The video will be up tomorrow.
Because it could be one or two things. Either she has an issue with the texture of food. She probably don't like the way that it looks, or you can't cook and you don't cook anything that she likes. So what you have to do as a mother, you big dummy, is find something that this kid will eat. Period. What part of that don't you understand? Find something this child would like and eat. Okay? So if you have to make her eat, find something that she likes that is nutritious. That's all you got to do. Find something. She like one favorite vegetable. You know what I'm saying? If she have autism, here. You done playing the game? Okay, so if she doesn't like a particular vegetable, then find something that she likes. That's all you got to do, Jasmine. Find something this little kid will eat. You're making this worse for her. You're not making this process hard for her. That's probably why she's starving, because you're not feeding her things that she likes. Because you can't cook, and not all of your children are going to eat that nasty food that you have because you can't cook, and not all children are with that. Some children are rather starved than to eat something that tastes nasty. Them other children are hungry. They hungry because they know that either you're going to feed them, either they going to eat what you have, or they ain't going to eat nothing at all. And that's the bottom line. That's obvious. And so that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out what that's up to you as the mother. I don't understand why you always think that, that somebody gonna eat this nasty cooking. You didn't do Chris like that. Chris didn't even like what you made. What you did was you made it for his liking. You made it for him to like it. So if he didn't eat your cooking, what you did was you just let him cook himself. You let him cook all that meat and stuff. You weren't even eating on them expensive foods until Chris got there. And so you let Chris spend up all your food stamps, and you gave them children the nasty food. Here. You gave the children nasty food instead of getting them fruits and vegetables. And you wouldn't even feed the children. I'm not a steakologist. But you wouldn't get them children no steak. You wouldn't get them children no steak. They weren't eating the same thing that you was eating. And it wasn't because they wouldn't have liked it or enjoyed it. It's because you was being selfish. Is what was happening. That's what was happening. Let's go.
I be forcing her to eat. I'm like, hey, take a couple more bites. I gotta bribe them to eat.
That's because because you're angry when you cook.
Your kids definitely need to eat to get full.
Well, number one, you're angry when you cook for them because you don't want to cook, because you're tired of being a mom, remember? You're tired of being a mom. Now you get up here and be innocent. You said out your own mouth that you was tired of being a mom, and you're tired of doing all this cooking for your children, and you tired of taking care of people. Okay? That's what you said out your own mouth. Remember? And it shows. And I don't think you was just trying to go viral. I really think you're telling your truth. I really believe that you're telling your truth because that's actually how you feel. That's how you come across, like you actually feel like that. Okay? which is what happened. It shows. It's a wear and tear on your spirit and your soul. Because you're angry on the inside. You act like you angry. You regret those children. Period.
The next meal, I don't know where you got that from. No, you don't eat to get full. You don't eat lunch to get full. So you telling me when you send your child to school, do you feed them? Do you send them with a like?
Jasmine, you did not say lunch. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out, dear. Cut it out. Cut it out.
3 to 4 lunches to get full? Or do you send them with just enough to hold them off until snack time and dinner time? An after school snack.
Jasmine, you was not giving your children no after school snacks, girl. You'll be like, go get some water. No. I'm not gonna let you do that. Jasmine, you told them children when they came home, when they get off of school and they tell you they hungry, you tell them to go get some water. You just ate. That's what you do. Or if they didn't eat their school lunches, you'll make them eat the lunch that they had for school all day. And that food done sat out all day, and you make them eat that food. Okay? Now, we know the real. Now, you can fool some of them people that's in your chat, but you can't fool us. Okay? Let's go.
Mind you, after school snacks. Y'all be really overdoing it.
No, you are overdoing it. You the one showing your life. You the one showing everything, all your little moves. And so now your moves, people are confronting you about your little moves that you said. This is nothing we didn't go and look this stuff up. You brought this stuff out here. You showed what you buy your children, and that was some crap. That blog that you did of your food haul, it just backfired on you. That's what happened. That's the real deal. Holyfield. That stuff just backfired on you because it got exposed. It exposed you for how you are, how you feed your children. The little stuff that we already told you, like to put some fruit with that. That one day when you gave them children all fruit, I was like, cool. She gave the children some fruit, some vegetables. But look how you do. What are you talking about? You don't feed these children correctly. We're not gonna play these games, and they do starve. You just said that Ava won't eat all her food. So you know if Ava not eat her food, why don't you give her some Ensure? We keep telling you that. Shoot, all them food stamps, you buy all them energy drinks. Why can't Ava have a supplement like Ensure? I'm just saying, why she can't have Ensure though? You buying stuff for children and not handling your business. You buying stuff for yourself and not handling your business. And that's just what it all boils down to. And you just got called out on it. Accept it and move forward. Who you trying to? You can't convince us of what we saw on live. We saw what you did, girl. We saw what you did. We saw it. You're not taking care. You're not feeding these children properly. Period. That's it. Leave it alone.
They're growing children. They're supposed to eat to get full. That's why your child is fat, Emily, if you have any.
No, how do you know her child is fat? How do you know her child is fat, Emily? No, her child's not fat. Just because a child eats till they get full does not make them fat. No, you are fat. You are fat. You are fat. You are obese. You the one that's obese. You obese. You stopped, and once you start taking up, you was obese when you stopped taking up. When you was taking those shots, you was obese. Hello, but you don't want to have that conversation. Let's go.
That's the problem. They're growing.
I think you think you eating. You think you eating. You think you getting off on somebody, but you don't want to take responsibility for how you treat your children. Basically, Legendary is treated like a king. Okay, King Bowser. I guess his middle name is King. right? So basically, you treat him like a king. You treat the other children like stepchildren. That's the bottom line. You don't really feed the children. You give them junk food. That's all you give them. Nobody's child's fat. Most people give their children fruits and vegetables. That's what most people do, except for you. You're the only one that don't give your children fruit and vegetables. You're the only one here on this app that don't have you and Olivia. Because Olivia, I don't know. You want a bar? You want a bar? You want a bar? You want a bar, AJ? Like, no other stuff. Pick them up. You want a bar, AJ? You want a bar? Like, no. Like, that's all he eat. Can he have something else besides a bar? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. Like, why do y'all feed y'all children just because y'all don't want to cook? Y'all there all day. Why would you not cook? Find something that Ava likes to eat. How about that? Find something Ava likes to eat that's healthy. Why don't you work on that? Instead of sitting your tired, fat, flabby self on her on live, why don't you figure out something that Ava will eat that's healthy for her? Why don't you do that? Instead of trying to convince us. You can't convince us because we already see what it is. You're not convincing us of nothing. We already know who and what you are. And you can't tell us anything. What you can do is prove it to your children that you're a better mom than what we see you as. But you don't have to prove that to us. You need to prove that to them. Because we already don't believe you. Okay? So you're not wasting nobody's time but your own. You're wasting everybody's time. You're wasting your own time by coming up here trying to explain to us. Girl, most of us have already raised children. And so for some of the other ones that starting over like myself, or some of new moms, they already know to feed their dang on children. Because if a baby, that's why your children hollered the way that they did, because you wasn't feeding them. Obviously. Okay? Let's get into it. Let's talk about that. That's why them babies used to holler all the time, because she wasn't really feeding them. You remember? When them children should be climbing down the walls and them babies be hungry and she felt like she gave them a little bit of food and that was it. When do they do that at? When do they do that at where you just give a child a little bit of food and think they hungry? Think they full? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's why your children are unkept or unhealthy. Clearly, your children are very unhealthy. I can look at them and tell. Let's talk about it, Jasmine.
Growing children. You're right.
By them being growing children, you should feed them. What is the big deal about feeding your children if they are growing? Don't you think your children deserve to eat? But you weaponize food for your children. When they won't do what you say do, you withhold them from eating. And that is nonsense. That is crazy. That is crazy that you don't feed your children, Jasmine. And you know you don't. You barely feed them when you do. And that's why they eat the way they do, because they're not used to nothing. That's exactly why they eat the way they do, because they're not used to eating. Because you starve them.
They're growing, but we're not going to eat to get full and fat and lazy.
But Jasmine, you eat a lot and you overstuff yourself and you are very lazy. You are very lazy. All you do is lay around that house and do nothing. That's why them clothes pile up the way that they do, because you don't do nothing. So I think you probably should be quiet. This is kind of I think this is kind of one of those situations you probably should humbly back out of, like humbly, respectfully back out of, because you know you're not doing right by these children, Jasmine. You do know that. We're not gonna play these games. And the more and more you try to act like you do, you really don't. You know you don't, Jasmine. Just stop it. Just stop talking about this. I don't even know why we're even talking about this. Jasmine, we see it every day that you post. We see every day that you post that you have more love for Legendary than you do anybody else. You do. And so what we're not going to do is play these games. I don't know who you think you're fooling. Maybe you think you're talking to the new people. They need to shut up too. If they don't know, if they have not been watching you for more than a year, if they have not watched you when you had the other children, they need to be quiet. And if they have watched you as long as that and they still rocking with you, they need to go seek psychological help. That's what need to happen. Because they blinded. They are just stupid. Let's go.
We're not going to eat just because food's there and we're bored. We're not.
Jasmine, I don't think that that's what people are saying. I know that's not what people are saying. No, you're not supposed to eat because you're bored. No. What your mama told you that? Is that what happened? Your mama told you don't eat because you're not going to just eat because you're bored? Is that why your mama was taking your grandma money that she was giving you? See, Jasmine, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to play these games now. You playing some word semantics. We're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that up in here. We're not gonna allow you to do that, Jasmine. We're not gonna allow that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We ain't doing that, baby. We ain't doing that, baby. We are not doing that. Because, baby, you can't out talk us. You can't fool us, girl. Now you can fool them dumb dumbs over there, but you ain't finna fool us.
I'm going to eat. If I just fed you an hour ago and you had a snack in between and you got maybe 30, 45 minutes until lunch, I'm not going to give you another snack. Maybe some fruit. That's different.
Jasmine,
Fruit, okay.
No, Jasmine.
No, you're not getting no cookies.
No, Jasmine, you lying. Girl, you heard me. Now, wait one dang on minute. Jasmine, you heard me say that we don't give fruit over here. That you need to get them some fruit if they hungry. That's what I told you I do with my kid when he get hungry, that we do fruit. No, ma'am, you are lying. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jasmine is such a liar, y'all. Can y'all believe this right here? Can y'all believe what she is saying right here? Do y'all know she is phony baloney? Do y'all know Jasmine is phony baloney up in here? Do y'all know Jasmine is a liar? She just said that because I said that. She been over here listening to me because I told her that, she don't give her children fruit. She don't even have enough fruit to give them. Hello? Now wait one dang on minute. Jasmine don't even have that much fruit to give these children. Since when has Jasmine had this much fruit to give these children? Explain that to me, baby. Explain when Jasmine has had that much fruit to give these children. I'm listening. Do y'all see she only got a bag of grapes? So if her hungry children, and they stay hungry, believe you me, they stay hungry. So if she have enough to give them fruit, do you know Jasmine, you do not give these children fruit. You tell them you just ate, drink some water. You even told Legendary that one time. What are you talking about? Just be lying. Be lying. Shady liars. Oh my God, girl. You are an habitual liar.
Hey, Yvette.
Why he want cookies? Because that's all you give him is junk food. That's all you give him is junk food. He don't eat nothing else. He don't eat beans. She don't own a can of beans or a bag of beans because she don't feed her children that kind of stuff. Like it is all them children you got and they don't eat beans. They don't eat no type of beans. No kidney beans, no lima beans, no kind of beans. That makes sense to y'all. Let me read y'all comments because she ain't do nothing but repeating the same thing over and over and over again, y'all. Everything that is she, exactly. that people are saying let them get full, right, and they're not asking for them to become right. Exactly. Gluttons. Yeah. You don't want them to be do all this glutton stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to be gluttaholic. I know it's a word I just made up. Yeah. Exactly what she is. I mean, she's a glutter. I know I made up another word. Okay. I'm just telling you. Everything that she's saying, everybody else is, I gotta go. Because I didn't talk on here enough. I need to spend some time with my family. I've been on here long enough. Although I did spend a lot of time with my son this morning, but still, I need to get off of here. I'll talk to y'all in a little while. I really appreciate that. Okay. All right, y'all.
Because they're not really interested like that. Even if when we listen to, because we got to hear